Damn, my bad. Damn, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, man. Someone noticed that. Damn, there's no sound. So I've been talking to myself. Wow. Anyways, so what's going on with this my phone screen? You see? Are you guys seeing this? The screen is like dingling. Come on, TikTok. Why are you doing that? So TikTok now do not want me to read. I cannot read it. I cannot read at all through my phone. Seriously. Oh, it's jumping also on yours. Yeah, it's jumping. Uh, yeah, mine is also shaking. I'm like, damn, what is going on? Uh, so let me do a share. Like, so let me do a share. Like, okay, did this app? I faked it. Like, you know, I just pretended to be sharing something and came back. Is it better? Ah, it's coffee time, bro. Okay, good, good, good. So, this is the paper, right? This is a thesis in PhD we have been presenting yesterday. We've been skimming through it. And we did the key search monolith, right? And we have 130 occurrences of the word monolith. Why is this important? This is important because I started mapping all the monolith from West Africa, Central Africa, all the way to Ethiopia. So I was missing South Africa, Zimbabwe, going up, right? Tanzania, Kenya, Zambia, Botswana, that region, right? So I think with what I have here in this documentation in terms of the monolith in South Africa, bro, it confirms the same group of people. We already know it because we use linguistically. We've shown and we proved the connection. Spiritually speaking, we have shown the connection and the similarity. Now the third element comes in to be the monolith. This is major, right? This book here, man, brother, this is from the University of Pretoria, right? This is the thesis of PhD, so this is no joke. So the information in this thesis, man, is not gonna be, basically pseudo information, because you're gonna be presenting the student is gonna be presenting in front of professors, and he must make sure that the information is peer reviewed, right? It's checked, right? And he must show the sources. So, and we're gonna go just skim through and see the monolith structure, right? In this research paper, in this thesis, I should say, right? Just to have a glimpse on. This is about the Great Zimbabwe for the most part, the Great Zimbabwe. These are the things we should be learning in African history book, but instead we are learning about World War One, World War II, the Basque, uh, all the things going on in Europe, right? But we are not learning about Africa. We are not learning about the history of Africa. What we know about Africa, we are learning at home with grandma and grandpa, right? Or we are learning on social media or with friends. These are the things we should be learning in schools. But the school system is again being controlled by the same people, right? Look at the monolith here, yo. Can you believe this is Africa? Can you believe this here is Africa? Look at that. I cannot believe. Now, why is this very important towards what I'm doing? Because I have been working on identifying, on showing the presence of African all the way to the Polynesian island. And what in the Polynesian island caught my attention, right? What in the Polynesian island called my attention is the Rongo Rongo. So this is slide 881, yeah. The Rongo Rongo, you're going to see the similarity, right? Control find. We're going to type Orongo, right? Orongo. Let's key search Orongo. These are the Orongo Islands. We are not going to go too deep on this, right? But it's just to show Orongo, right? The Rapa Nui, right? The Rapa Nui, Orongo. And in the research paper, I found Morongo. I found Morongo. You put the M on Orongo and bam, this is it. Now, this is the island called Orongo, the Orongo Mountain in the Polynesian island. And they have words such as Tuamotu, right? Tuamotu, right? They have Nyamulgira, I think, right. Nyarangongo is in Kenya. Nyamulgira, I think, is in Kenya. But Tuamotu is in the Polynesian, right? Now, the language that they speak is called the Rongo Rongo. And this place here, I think, let me do one more next, right? I want to show you a stone monolith, right? And I've been reading about the origin of this stone monolith. You see, this is a stone, right? This is a stone and it is written on it. It's not that small. They make it look like small, right? This is a stone with writing on it. This is a monolith right there, right? And it has right things on it. And they are pretending that until today, they don't know how to decipher, right? The glyph of the Rongo Rongo. No problem. No problem, right? And let's go to here, right? Let's move on to here, right? Now, I've studied a little bit the linguistic of that Rongo Rongo language, and it was amazing to to land in Morongo, Orongo, and other linguistic found in Kenya and South Africa, right? So let me, this is still not the spot I need to get. It should be further down. Yeah, I think this is it. Tuamotu. Okay, this is the island called, the spot called Orongo, right here. Just for you to have a glimpse on where is Orongo and why are we coming here. Look at that. This is the mountain and this spot here is called Orongo. So let me zoom a little bit more. You see that? Orongo, Motu, Kao, Motu Iti, Motu Nui. These are African linguistic here. When we see our words, our sound, we know it, right? We don't need to argue with nobody. When we see sounds that resemble, these are the proof that the ancestor been here, right? They've been here. This is no, I mean, we're gonna find evidences, don't worry, right? But just firsthand, we are seeing the sound of the ancestor, Orongo, Motu, right? And I did not know there's a legend in South Africa, in the Great Zimbabwe, about Maori. Maori. Maori, we were told Maori was a priest during the time of Ptolemy, right? He was a priest and he made a trip to the Polynesian island. And they are saying in the source that I have that he was the first to make a trip to cross the Indian Ocean. But once they got there were already people in the region, black people. But the source is trying to discredit any presence of any black people within the island. They said that the name Maori comes from him. But the term already existed there, Maori. Why? Because the source that the brother shared with us in the Telegram group. I'm going to show you Maori in a legend, right? A story in South Africa. Maori. I'm going to show it, right? This is Orongo right here, right? And Orongo seems to be far away from the continent, right? Look at that. Orongo, Iti. You see, I-T-I, Iti is Atu. The I-T-I, Ata, Atu, Iti, right? Motu, Montu, Motu, Montu, right? Matu. Look at that. You have Monga, Monga, M-O-U-N-G-A. No. You have Hanga. You have Akahanga, Uranga. Bro, no. This maybe I'm wrong, but we're gonna find out. You have Tanga, you have Mata, you have Makati, Maikati, you have Moa, Motu. Anyway, the goal is not, you have Mataveri. Mataveri, you're going to find this in Kenya, right? I'm just afraid it's not Tutsi. Mataveri sounds like a Tutsi, like Mussolini. Now, this is the map, right? So you can see the geolocalization of where is Orongo, right? Orongo, the mountain. Pay attention to the shape of Orongo. You see, Orongo looks like what? Triangle shape, right? And there was a story about a bird. You know, they practice a cult around, harvesting the first egg of a bird species who came to this island every single year, right? To lay the eggs. And they had to swim to a nearby little island to get the eggs and swim back. And this region was infested with sharks, with all kind of obstacles and danger. The person who made it would basically get a trophy and would be eligible to be the ruler for that year until, the next year comes around. And if there's a new winner, that person needs to go. You see, it was all about around that bird, right? And they found a bird carving in the back of the head. Damn, when I say bird like this, where's Bantu? Bantu, I know. Every time I say bird, Bantu is going to show up. Watch this, right? I better stop quickly. Bantu is going to be like, bird nose. Gave me. Gave me. Oh, man, I love Bantu, man. Now, Orongo. So that, we see clearly, because we're moving to the research paper. You see here, Orongo, Rapa Nui, Orono is a stone village. Watch this, a stone village. What was the Great Zimbabwe? A stone village as well. It's a stone village and ceremonial center at the southern tip of Rapa Nui. It consists of a collection of low, sod-covered, windowless, round wall. Pay attention, because we're going to move to the Great Zimbabwe. You're going to see the round wall, right? round wall buildings with even lower doors positioned on the high southwestern tip of the large volcanic caldera called Ranokau. Below Orongo, below Orongo on one side, a 300-meter barren cliff face drops down to the ocean, right? And things like that. So this is a little bit about Orongo. Let's, I think I have something else that I wanted to read here. You see Orongo? Look at the name. Orongo. You have the Ngo, you have the Oro. You have the Oro, or the O, it sounds like the Ori. The Ori, Oro, right? You have the Ngo, but the Ngo there is very important. The NGO is very important because the Ngo is the leopard, or it is basically a science. The word used for science in the Douala linguistic in Cameroon is the name of the leopard, Ngoi, 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 or Ngoi. It means science, to do science, right? Now, let's quickly read this. 69, maybe we're missing something behind. Between the 18th and mid-19th century, Orongo was the center of a birdman cult whose defining ritual was an annual race to bring the first Manutara. Oh, Manutara, right? Sutitem, Suti turn, to bring the first Manutara egg back undamaged from the nearby islet of Motunui to Orongo. The race was very dangerous, and hunters often fell to their deaths from the cliff face or were killed by sharks. The site has numerous petroglyphs, mainly of Tangata. Oh, when we see our words, we know Tangata, Tangaika, Tanganyika, Tanga, Tangata, Manu, Birdman. You see, Manu, Manu, right? If you want, we can start by, in the Kemetian version, Manu was the west, the underworld, the place where the sun entered the underworld, the west. And you see, we have Tangata, Manu in that, right, western region, the region where that used to be the origin or the reference of time. Yes, the meridian time was in this region here. It was not the Greenwich Meridian time. They moved it. They moved it. It was in this region where they had the origin of time, which was a place the ancestor always wanted to get there, because by doing calculation, because they knew the diameter of the earth, right? They knew how far to go and to make it to the center, right? The geographic center, not the center of mass, right? So this name Manu is very important, right? Now, Manu also sounds like Tangata Manu, Manu, Ma, right? Ma, mother, Ma, mother, Nu, Nut, right? The sky, right? Manu, Manu, Manut, right? Manu. And when you say Nu, you can say, and Nut is NT, right? NT, right? If you add the vowel at the end, you have Nut, NT becomes also Ntu, right? Ntu can also turn into two, right? But let's not get there. Let's just stick with this Manu here. Tangata, Ma, and Nu, which may have been carved, right, to commemorate some of the winners of this race. Listen to the sad news, sad ending. In the 1860s, most of the Rapa Nui Islanders died of disease or were enslaved. No, why? Why is it every time these people came in contact with the locals, living peacefully, doing their own thing, they're going to bring disease and enslavement? And when the survivors were converted to Christianity, that's what they've been doing. You come in, you get them sick, you enslave them, and you give them Christianity, so that, they're going to be praying, right? And not worry to revenge, because Jesus is going to lead them, is going to give them a better life, not in this realm, but in the, right, after they die. They will bring them, they will go to paradise. You see how evil this is? You come in, you introduce diseases, you enslave, you weaken the people, and then you give them Christianity, so they don't revolt. You give them, you basically telling them that, well, I know I got you sick, I enslaved you, but I have one more last option that is good for you, right? Don't worry, give your life to Jesus, and you will be saved. You see how evil that is? I'm telling you, this is so, oh gosh, I can't believe this. Now, Orongo fell into disuse, right, around the 1860s. In 1868, the crew of HMS Topazi removed the huge basalt moai known as Hoa Hakananaya from Orongo. They moved it. It is now housed in the British museum. You see, they come in, they introduce disease, they weaken your community, they enslave you, they give you Christianity, and then they take your artifact away to put them where? In prison. We know that museum means prison. It is a prison for artifact, right? It's a prison for artifact. You see the same thing they've been doing in Africa. They did the same thing over here. That's so evil, right? So this was just to give you an idea on where is Orongo, what was going on down there before we even get to the linguistic, because the linguistic, I did a little bit of it here, right, in terms of the linguistic, right? And maybe I think I can, because this section is going to be important once we get into the proving that the ancestor being everywhere in all continent, right? So we have this PT 1531, right, where it is said here, "O Osiris the king, you shall not go into these eastern lands, you shall go into those western lands by road of the followers of Re." PT 1703, "O king, your mother Nut has borne you in the west. Go down to the west as a professor of honor." So these are just some Egyptian texts pointing to the west, right? This is some Kemet text or line pointing to the west, but we are going to extract, right, from the knowledge of the ancestor, from the source the brother shared with us. We are going to use linguistic to link up Orongo, right? Because every time we are using a Western source that is trying to make a point, basically that source is not going to be helpful because they are going to lie. So usually what I do is I use a source that contain information that I need to make a point. You see? Because in that source, they are not focused on what you focus on, what you're looking for, right? This thesis the brother share is amazing. It has so much information that I've been looking for, right? And we are going to connect the dot, because the scope and the goal of that thesis was not to make a connection with Orongo or Easter Island, but to provide a general information on Great Zimbabwe. But it happened that, right, what I've been looking for is in there, some of the source, right? Now, we have some linguistics here: Tara, Tarava, in Fijian, in Rohingya, you see. So I kind of like did a tour of the Tara, because remember, Manutara, right, is the name of that bird. And then I start searching the Tara word in different linguistic. The Fijian, right, the Tara, to touch, to take hold, right? Tarava, to follow, to succeed, to come after. That's what Tara in Fijian stands for. In Rohingya, these people have been oppressed, and they still being oppressed today. So the Tara, right here, a star. Oh, the Rohingya tell us that the Tara in their linguistic means a star in Rohingya. Now, and I think I have more. Tara can also mean earth or ground, right? And then we have the Manu, right? Manu in Kemet, the mountains of Manu receive you in peace, and Ma'at embraces you at all season, right? The mountain of Manu. This is a distant mountain. This is the glyph right there. And you see in Manu, you have what? Nut, Nu, the sky, right? The vase, the three vases over here, the sky. Now, we have Manu can also mean hand in Corsican linguistic. In Kanabu, Manu means child, right? Child, Manu, right? So we've been doing the tour. Now, let's go back a little bit in this book here, right? The book the brother shared with us. And you see the monolith, right? In Great Zimbabwe, I will not expect that. This was totally unexpected, because we have seen these type of monolith in multiple places, right? Look at that. This is very, very important. Let's go back to, I need a better angle of the monolith in this region here. And I think I should have many. Hold on. I should have, no, that's not the one. And they had a very sophisticated calendric system based on 13 month. 13 month. The Yoruba calendar and many other calendric system in Africa possessed a 4-day week. 1 week was 4 days. 1 month was 7 weeks of 4 days each, making 28 days for the month and 13 months for the year. The here in Orongo, they had the same calendric system. Same calendric system. Now, this is the monolith here, right? You see, they cannot even provide a clear picture of it. They still have it. They've been saying it's been lost, it's been recovered, and no one knows how to decipher what is written on it, right? This is a section of that right there, right? What is inscribed on it, right? A monolith with inscription, right? and there are many more. Now, you know me, how I'm all over the place, right? If I ask you randomly, where do you think this artifact, right, could be from? This artifact here, where do you think it resembles? I mean, can you pinpoint randomly a location? Can someone pinpoint a location here? This one, these two. Where do you think these two are from? Easter Island. Okay. I'm waiting for more. Mali. Okay. I'm waiting for maybe two more. Any suggestion? Well, number one, it is in Africa. This year is in Africa. Now, someone is going to look at this and say, oh, we don't have this phenotype. We don't have the square face, blah, blah, blah. Because we usually see the rounded, shapes and things like that. But this is in Africa. Yeah, somewhere in West Africa. You see Tilo? Tilo doesn't know exactly where it is, but she knows in West Africa. I like the answer. She said somewhere in West Africa, and then she's right. It is in West Africa, and this is in a region, right, in the place called Nigeria, within the Efik Ikoi Ijao, the Ijao people, right, the Ajao people. Look at that. The square face. Someone will say, oh, Africa, it will never scarf the square face. It's not them, blah, blah, blah. Look at that. Look at this. This is in West Africa. Look at the square shape, square head, the eyes and everything. This is just to bring this next to this, right? Someone will say, this is not our phenotype or whatsoever. Now, right? So we need more element. So again, guys, I'm not claiming yet that this is us, right? But I know one thing for sure: we are finding African linguistic in those regions, right? Maybe some people came later and did this. I don't know, because the timeline is very important. I'm not going to yap, right? I'm just bringing similarity in the same place, and we're going to see how we're going to connect the dot. I'm just bringing this next to that one. I'm not claiming. I have just, based on the linguistic, we see the presence of our linguistic in that region. Maybe a group of people went there, or maybe people came to Africa and learned the linguistic and brought it back there. So there's a lot of, so we cannot really make a definite conclusion here. We cannot, right? We just bringing elements, and time will come to break down the slide, screenshot by screenshot, and see how, whether or not there is a connection, right? So we need further elements here to make any conclusion, but I think we have the right to draw the similarity, to bring in and to show similarities. I think we are entitled for that. Now, going back, you see the monolith with inscription in the Great Zimbabwe, in the region called Dlodlo, in the Zimbabwe National Museum. Is saying that, I'm telling you, they're gonna steal it. Watch. Maybe it's already gone. Maybe during the time this thesis was being written, it was there, but I doubt it's still there, right? Amount of diaper peck marks in each division on the monolith stone originally found at Dlodlo, now in the Zimbabwe National Museum. And this is from Hall and Neal, 1902, right? So these monoliths are very, very important, and it's completing, man, it's completing the tracing of monolith from all the way West Africa, Central Africa, East Africa, right? So this is amazing, right? And in this book, I found also the zodiac, right? Oh, by the way, I think it was Maui. What was Maui? Is it Maui? What was that name? Maori. Okay, Maori. Now, look at that. The Maori tradition document a possible supernova dating the period of and amongst the Great Zimbabwe. So let's see. You see the connection of the Maori in New Zealand with the legend. So let me get to the Maori of New Zealand connection with the Great Zimbabwe. They are finding similarity. Oh, I think I've seen something like oral tradition. Another well-known analog is given by the Mauntonga legend in Maori oral tradition, ascribed also to sudden supernova, blah, blah, blah. So they are seeing the presence of the same, right? Same observation, but in a different region, right? In a different region, they have two distant group of people saying the same thing, right? So if they were never in contact, how did they ended up with the same information of the star, the same arrangement of the star? So let me go to the moon and his wives. Look at that. Waungwe. Uh-oh. You see here? You have the Ngwe, right? Wahu and Ngwe. Wow Ngwe, right? Being the plural of wife. Wives, the plural. And this Maungwe here is very important because I've been reading in the Congo cosmology, I've been reading about Maungu. Maungu is supposed to be the oldest ancestor to have lived, and the ancestor basically venerated Maungu, right? And I'm seeing something here that will probably connect with the concept of Maungu, right? But here is Wahungu, right? So I'm going to continue digging, right, into it. Waungwe, see that? The moon and his wives. It is a legend. So the Maori study and map the star, right? Now, let's read a little bit, few lines here, because I think I need some help here, guys. I need some help here, right? This is the moon and his wives, Waungwe. This Waungwe here is a South African linguistic. It's Southern Africa linguistic. This cannot be the Easter Island. Waungwe, no way, right? The moon and his wives. Now it says Maori, in parenthesis, God made the first man and called him Wetsi. Wetsi, again, this one here is a Southern Africa linguistic. He put him on the bottom of a sivoa or lake and gave him a ngona horn filled with ngona oil. Wetsi live in Sivoa. Now, can someone tell me this Maori being in this first sentence the way it is being mentioned here? Is Maori in Southern African linguistic? Because we have a legend or a story or an allegory here, right? Or right, astronomical information, but put in the form of fable or myth. So Maori, I want to know, because I have Maori here, but when it goes on, I see Southern Africa linguistic, Wetsi, Ngona, Sivoa, Wetsi. So Maori here in this context, in this page, in this sentence, seems to be associated with the linguistic of Southern Africa. That's why earlier, when I started at the beginning of the live, I mentioned Maori, right? The name Maori. So can someone confirm if there is a Maori, in any Southern Africa linguistic, the sound, it may not be the same thing, but I'm looking for the sound Maori. So this is a legend being, you see, Maori took Masasi, Maori, and it's all associated. Look at that. Morongo. You see, Morongo. This is a South African linguistic. Morongo. You remember the Orongo? Oh, but Morongo here is the evening star, right? So, and then in Morongo, we clearly have Orongo. Orongo. So this is very important. And we have the Ngo. So I'm looking for the phonology, right? By tracing the sound of certain words before getting deeper. Nwari is goddess of the sky. Okay, that's good. It's Maori. Damn, EX. Clearly just made it. Yes. I will say that EX. Right? I think yes. I think you could be right on that. Maori could be Ma and Ori. Because the metaphysical concept of the Ori was very deep, right? And it could not only be within the Yoruba, right? So what we call Yoruba today, people wants to just like use some way of dividing. And bro, we seen yesterday the divination tray in South Africa. So Ifa is not just within the Yoruba. No, they call Ifa within the Yoruba, but they have another name. Yeah, Ori like Orisha, yes. They have another name in Southern Africa for that divination system. But one thing for sure, we show the divination tray, right? There a dialect that says Mahari has in Mwari. Yep. I just wanted to know where the author of this thesis, how he is using Maori, and then to tell a legend. And then we see a bunch of Masasi, Morongo, Mweti, which are Southern Africa. So in the context, right, Maori in this context, in this legend here, is clearly an African, Southern African, right, legend or story being told here. We have Masasi, right? Masasi is the morning star. Masasi, you see? Masasi. And in Masasi, you have Asi, Asa, right? Remember? Osari, Orisa, Ori, right? Orisa is the Ori and Isa or Asa. You see? The sound Asa. I've been searching for the sound, and then here I'm finding, and we are getting close, right? Asa is the number 7. Asato is the number 8. And the person, right, the so-called character in Kemet called Osiris, I traced that name, that character, to represent the oldest ancestor. Because in Kemet, we are told that the character Osiris is supposed to represent the ancestor of the ancestor, the proto-ancestor, the very first ancestor to have known death. And they gave it the name Mahungu in the Congo, right? And in South Africa, we are finding Wahungwe, right? It's not it yet, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing. I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far, right? And then we have the sound Masa, Masasi, Asi, Asa, right? We're going to break that down. But we have elements here that that are going to be very important throughout our study over here, right? Mwari, yes. Thank you, Dashuba, and Chilo, Mari, Wari. Yep, yep. That's very good. That's very good. Now, earlier I showed you in the slide, right? The orongo. Remember, orongo, right there. Orongo, right? Orongo. And we geo-localized where Orongo is on the map, right? This is Orongo, right? Right there, that's Orongo, right there at the corner. It is a crater. In Kenya, we have the Rongo Rongo, Ngoro Ngoro, Ngoro Ngoro. It is amazing how, look at that. Take two Orongo and put it together. Orongo, Orongo, right? And what Ngorongoro, I think I've done this. Hold on. Ngoro, Ngoro. Oh, Ngoro. Guys, you remember in Senegal, they have the place called Ngor. They had the place called Ngor in Dakar, in Senegal. Okay, let's do Ngoro, 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 Ngoro. Okay. You see, I placed it here already. Orongo, Orongo. And if you take, right, if you take the, if you start reading from the NGO, right, let's do this. Yo, this slide is going to be fire. I even have in CBD Yoruba, right, calendric system study here. Man, we got so much stuff to do. Yo, right? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to increase that. Now, we know Ngorongoro, right, exists in Africa, right, in East Africa. Ngorongoro. Rongo Rongo is the language spoken in Easter Island. So we're going to take the Ngorongoro, but we're going to start reading. We're going to take the NG. The NG is going to be isolated. We start from here, Orongo. Let's highlight that in blue. Bam, look at that. So we are extracting the Orongo from the Ngorongoro, right? So once we do that, we have Orongo right there, clean. Now, Orongo, right? Or the next thing we can do is we are just showing first that the Orongo sound is found in Ngorongoro, right? It's also found in Morongo. Morongo, we learn, is the evening star. Oh, according to South Africa, PhD thesis paper, right? Morongo is the evening star. Masasi is the morning star, right? Now, let's start reading the Rongo Rongo, right? Let's extract the Rongo out of the Ngorongoro. Rongo, right there. And let's give it the blue. You see that? You see Rongo? And then we take the NGO, bam, and then we put it right here at the end. Because once we do Rongo, there's a row there that remains, right? But we skipped the NGO before, so we're going to put that NGO right there at the end. Bam. Right? So we have Rongo Rongo. And we can give it the green, right? And that's this NGO here got moved at the end. And amazingly, we have Ndongo. Ndongo is the Mwe. the Ngwe, the Mbwe, right? It's the Mbe, right? You see how we are tracing and linking up the NGO, which was the science, right? Which was the name of sign, the name of the leopard. Number one, the name of the leopard, and also associated with the leopard cult or the leopard society. So this is how we are going to make the connection with the presence and the extension of the leopard, right? The leopard society or the science of the leopard, all the way extending to the Eastern Island. We are smelling something. I am smelling something in terms of the linguistic. Let's take a look quickly at the calendric system. Rapa Nui name, meaning, right? This is the new moon occurred, right? November 25th, and again on the night of December 24. On the night of December 24, we know what is around December 24 and 25th. The birth of, it's the birth of the sun. It's not the birth of Jesus. But some dude have been waiting for Jesus to come back. But Jesus never came back. But people still think he's coming in this realm. But one thing for sure that's been coming back is the sun. He has never stopped. So what you're waiting for has always been happening in front of you, in your own eyes, in this realm. But you said it should be someone, you know, with blonde hair, with wings flying from the sky, right? With angels and things like that. Now, I don't think this is the one I wanted to take a look at, but in terms of linguistic, we see, I think I wanted to, maybe we can look at the Rapa Nui name, Hora Iti, right? Right here, I'm reading from here. Right, Rapa Nui name, meaning, Western equivalent. Let me check the chat here. Kokore is a name found in Ivory Coast. Damn. Whoa, 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 whoa. Kongo. Yes, the Ko and the Ngo. The Ko means tamer and the Ngo means leopard. So Kongo is basically leopard tamer, a tamer of a leopard. But it's deeper than that. It's the science behind the leopard. It's the sky. It's the science of the universe. It's the science of nature. Why am I saying this? Because the leopard skin shows the universe. And it clearly shows also the 3D in which we live, right? We know, and then time is the fourth one. But we are basically in the 3D, right? And the leopard lives in tree, aerial, on land, and in water. And in water, which the lion cannot do. The lion cannot climb. The lion cannot swim. That's why the leopard was ideal in the science of the ancestor. Ooh, look at this. We almost missed this. Orongo, whoa, 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 whoa. Look at this. Orongo was a spiritual town. They always say religion. What is wrong with these people? No, Orongo was a spiritual or a science town, a place where people study science, right? They want to make it sound like magic and all kind of stuff. No, we need to correct that, right? Orongo was a science town or a spiritual town where people celebrated the transition from winter to summertime. What does that tell you? The winter solstice. Whoa. They celebrated the transition from winter to summertime in that town. It was a spiritual town. Orongo means messenger place. Oh, damn. Orongo means messenger place. How will they know the transition between winter and summer? Through astronomy. Through astronomy, right? They knew the sky. They understood the star. They mastered the science of the star in order to know when and how the transition from winter to summer. And it received that name because of the migratory birds that arrive there every year. This is purely African style, yo. We watch, we track the movement of the birds, right? We follow the tracks of the birds. We basically using the sign of nature in order to predict, in order to make prediction. We are looking on how the animal moves, how the star and the moon look like. This is purely African style. This is the science of Dongo. Dongo, the leopard skin. Now, I've been searching for that leopard skin. This is slide 75. Let's go get that leopard skin. It is important, right? And we're going to bring it to, so people will basically understand when we say Congo, so they have a sense of what the Congo really is, right? Because when we say Congo, people just think like, okay, Congo, that place, you know, with in Central Africa with a lot of trees and things like that. Oh, look at the leopard skin, leopard skin. And in my logo, you do have, of course, the leopard skin. Right? So, look at that. And this style here of wearing or having the leopard skin is embedded into Bantu tradition. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Yoruba, whether you Zulu, whether you how you tell that Setwana or I'm trying to get used to the name of the clans down in South Africa. So we have Zulu, we have you know, it's some people Soto. Thank you, Soto. I need to stick that in my mind. So look at the leopard skin here, right? And this is a Bamileke town, right? This is our style, right? In the region I was born. So you have the background, the symbolism. I need to break that down, right? I need to break down some of the symbolism in the background over there. The fabric in the back there is called the ndop, right? NDOP, ndop, right? NDOP. And I carry those. I have those, right? And I wear them, usually. So you see, look at the center here, the water, right? Noon, the center, right? We've seen this in Kemet, right? In the four fountain where you have the four primates at the corner, at the center, you have the source, the garden, right? So we're gonna break that down now. Going down. This is Bess, right? We're gonna break down Bess. This is the symbol of the leopard skin. The glyph, how we wrote the leopard skin symbol or sign, is the triangle. And check this out. In the name or the glyph for the Sirius star system, the Sirius star system, you have the same pyramid, right? So it depicts or it points to the star, the universe, right? Nature. So let me go to I have another slide that I need to get to. Give me a second. Should be somewhere here. Look, this is in Nigeria. You see the leopard? You see the leopard right there? Right? You see the leopard? Right? So there was a science behind the leopard, right? So when you sing go on bay, right, on bay, when you sing go on bay, is basically a science, and the symbol of that science, the way to say that's a science, you will always see the go on the bay or the ingwe into it. And that's one of the major reasons I've been saying, based on this source, the identification of the Mbe within the Olmec script, damn, cannot just be a coincidence, right? And they practice the cult of the Ori. You see, the physical head, the cranium, oh, the seat of consciousness, right? So they paid very, very, they paid, how can I say that? They gave importance. The most important part of the body was the head, right? And they practiced the Ori, right? Knowledge based around the physical head, yourself, basically, right? So let me, give me a second here. I'm trying to find that well-detailed leopard skin. This is the Mbe stone. The Mbe stone. This is in Cameroon, right? Cameroon, the Mbe stone. We have the Mbe also in Cameroon. It's not just the Ngo, right? The Mbe stone, right? So let me go further. And then we're landing here. Where is oh yeah, we have more of the monolith. I think I showed that. These are in CBD, Ukara, and let me, okay, I think I'm gonna put this, and we're gonna use this one here. And okay, so let's use this leopard skin here, right? This leopard skin, like we said earlier, right, was based on the study of the universe, nature, the three dimension. The leopard is a good climber, can, you know, is aerial. The leopard is good on land. The leopard also swim. The leopard is a good swimmer, right? I have a nice slide here depicting those stages. So hold on. Let's do leopard. Right? This is a slide about the leopard called, when we say, I'd need to find a different name for called because it make it sound like it was something bad. The Bashimba, Musimba, right? The Bena Congo in Zambia, the Abengo in Uganda, right? The Kato, the Kato, the Basimba, the Kato Kintu, right? The Kabaka. Oh, it sounds like Shabaka, Kabaka, the official title of the king of Buganda. Oh shit, you remember Shabaka? We are gonna see if there's a, you see, the Kabaka is the official title of the king of Buganda. Whoa, 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 whoa. See, I put these down, and the legend of the Tabwa, the Tabwa, the kingdom of Luba, the Kiamba, right? Legendary ancestor of the Tabwa, Tamunia, right? Those that have followed the route by water. Whoa. Tumania. Damn. Because this, we're going to use this to make our case on the Easter Island, right? Tumania. Tumania means those that have followed the route by water. Bena Kilunga means those who follow the path on land in their migration. Bena Kilunga. And Tumania. Man, we got some stuff over here, man. You see? Right? Now, these are some of the linguistic between the Fijian place name and West African place name. I found a lot of it. If it was just 10, 15, I would say it's just a coincidence, but more than 100 of same name place. Same name place. This cannot just be a coincidence. The ancestor been there. So these are the things we're going to be using to make our case, y'all. And so far, it's getting stronger and stronger, right? It's getting stronger. So let's go. The leopard, the bongo. Now, people who are saying that the Dinka comes from the Anunnaki, the Dinka, because they are tall, they are connected to, in the story of David and Goliath, they are the Goliath descendant. You guys need to stop it. You guys need to stop with that agenda of division. Because what I'm seeing happening with the brother, I don't want to say his name, but you know what I'm talking about. I see the brother trying to divide, right, the community even further, to distance ourselves from certain group of people that we need, right, into this reunification, right? So some group of people, the Dinka, the Mandinka, and some other group that are Bantu, and they know the Bantu, they are saying, no, they come from the Anunnaki. What the hell is that? You guys need to stop. And they are using the Bible. They want to use the Bible as a source. Are you serious? The Bible is not an African, the way it is written, it's not an African book. It's not an African story. So they are trying to maintain the agenda of the colonizer in Africa, which is the Bible. That Bible. And they are avoiding talking about African spirituality. Every time someone is trying to break down African spirituality, he's going to, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there, don't go there. And then he throws a verse or the Bible back in the face of people. We don't need that book, brother. We don't need that book. Always trying to tie Bantu to the Bible. No, you need to stop that, brother. Right? Now, this is the Dinka, right? You see, Southwestern Dinka, edit, etymology, edit, possible related to Bongo Kogo, right? The Bongo Kogo meaning leopard. They have the Kuak or the Kuek, right? This could have been coming maybe later, the sound maker over here, Kuak, Kuak, it might have been influenced by invaders, right? But the Southwestern Dinka people, right, have the linguistic Bongo Kogo for leopard. You see the go, look at that, Bongo, Bo and Go, Congo, Bogo, Kogo. You see them go in there, right? So they need to stop it, man. It's so, I don't know. The Dinka come from the giant. So let's see here. It could be maybe around here. Let me see. So I'm looking for that slide. Oh, I think, yeah, I think it's here. Hold on. It should be somewhere here. So let me scroll slowly. So we have the leopard in trees. I nicely put it together somewhere around here. All right, and I just wanted to show that. Let me see. I think it's around the place where I have the leopard. Oh, okay. Let me go down. Going down. There you go. Okay. Now, the leopard is known in almost, I would say, in all sub-Saharan Africa clan, whether you Bantu or not Bantu, except for the Horn of Africa, you will see the leopard skin. Senegal, Gambia, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Congo, Angola, South Africa, right? Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, all in the leopard skin, right? And like I said earlier, the leopard, right, can live in tree. The leopard is a good swimmer. So the leopard lives on land. Let's put it here, right? It's difficult. You cannot see the lion climbing and standing like that, right? You cannot see the lion eating in trees, right? Right? The leopard also swim. Good swimmer. That these natural qualities gives advantage to the leopard in terms of having the capability, multiple dimensional or capabilities associated or attributed to the leopard, right? Now, once you start looking at, this is the glyph that I was saying, right? The glyph for the Sirius star system. You see how the Sirius star system glyph has this, you can call it phallus or this triangle, right? The loaf, the hemisphere, the cake, and then you have the star. The leopard, also the leopard symbol is also a triangle, right? This triangle alone, just this triangle here, is the symbol of the leopard in African spirituality. And the X in CBD, right? In CBD, the X also is the symbol for the leopard, right? Right there, the X. And the triangle right there is the leopard skin. But this one just says leopard, right? If you want to say leopard, it's going to be the X. If you want to say leopard skin, you use the triangle. Now, what is the connection? Once you start looking at the leopard skin carefully, right, what you see is a sort of the universe, the star system, the Milky Way, right, the different constellation, right, and we can even put this one here. Shawnee, what are you doing here? Go sleep. It's 6 a.m. You're going to school at 7. Please, okay? Okay. Man, you see these kids? It's 6 a.m. She's going to school at 7 and she's already up. I think my voice. Yeah, my kids, man. I don't know how to speak slowly. I mean, so you see that? Look at that. Now, are you ready for this? Now, oh, so I'm gonna show you something here, right? And this is my last trip to Africa, man. I had to smuggle. I was a smuggler, man. Right? So we are not just saying, but we are showing. You see that? Oh, you see the spiral? You see the spiral right there? 1 and 2 right there. You see that? You see that? The spiral. This is no, I mean, this is no joke, right? The ancestor knew it, and they associated, right, the animal that had the dots, right? This could be these dots here, right? So over there on the screen you have the leopard, and we have what we call the guépard. In French it's called the guépard, but it's the same family, right, of spot, right? Black dark spot, you know, feline or animals, right? So I just wanted to show you here our spiral even within the skin itself. So it's not just that you know, it's not just that the ancestor just said that say that randomly, right, without any proof or nothing leading them to that. No, it was not random. They know because they study it, they observe it. So from distance, right, when you look at the night sky, right, when you start looking at the night sky carefully, right, this basically the leopard skin to the ancestor represented the universe. So now you have some sense of the ngo, the NGO within the Congo. When we say Congo, the ngo or the NGO, right? So it's deep. The ngo is deep. The ngo is really deep. It's not just that sound go. No, it's deep. It extends to science, the universe, nature, right? Because the leopard basically was able to sustain living in those 3 dimensions. And also when it comes to the spiritual dimension, well, we can start looking also at the 2 eyes of the leopard at night, right? At the 2 eyes of the leopard, one is more bright than the other. So one representing the sun, the other one representing the moon in a you know, basically in our solar system, right? So it was deep. It was deep. And then here you have the African traditional priest, right? Right here. Let me put it here, right? You've seen this picture before. You know what? This guy looks like Malepo, man. You see this guy over here? Malepo face. This is Malepo. Malepo is always drawn. Malepo is always drawn, man, when it comes to panel. This is Malepo. You need to take a screenshot of send this to Malepo, man. Where's Gina? Where's Gina? Huh? So EX, how's your ex-girlfriend doing, man? You know, you and Gina, man, at the beginning, man, the love was electrical. Damn. When you saw Gina and EX on one panel, back then when Gina was still faking, man, the panel was lit. Gina and EX. Whoo. Don't be against them on a panel. When the 2 back then, you guys know exactly what I mean, right? Before Gina went the other way around and revealed her true face. These 2 on the panel, they will, I mean, it was just collateral damage on the panel. EX take, and then Gina step in, and then Gina, and then EX. Man. But anyway, this guy looked like Malepo, but I don't want Malepo to be associated with anything like this because that dude, he's out of his mind, Malepo. Malepo. Oh, man. Now, so I think we're having a better understanding on what the Ngo is. And the Ko in the Ngo, Ko means tamer, right? And based on what we've been saying, a Ko will become what? Also a student, a teacher, a student, a teacher, right? Of the science of the leopard. Or a teacher, a student of the universe. The knowledge of the universe, the knowledge of nature, right? Ko will mean all of that. Congo will mean all of that, right? And like I said, within the Douala people, linguistic, the science is called Ngoi, Ngoi, Ngoi. You just put the E at the end, right? Or you put the W-E, right? Ngoi, Ngoi, right? So, now, that was how the Orongo and the Ngo in Orongo took us all the way over there, bro. Right? You see? Right? But I think we're good. So I was trying to just explain, right, how deep that is. Now, this, you remember the market days, the 4 market days, right, of the calendric system, of the ancestor. Look at that. This is from Igbo perspective, the 4-day week, right? Eke, Ori, Afo, Nkwo. This Nkwo here is the 4th day, Nkwo. This Nkwo here is also, can also associated with the W, right? Also can become the K, I'm sorry, right? It becomes GB. The K, and it becomes the B, the K, B. So the K becomes the GB, and you have Mbo, Mbo, right? So, and we see we have here the 13 months, right? Right, 13 from 1 through 13, right? You remember the word I was asking yesterday on Anwa, I think it was Onwa, right? Yesterday, we saw this word in the paper, in the research paper, the thesis, Onwa. And I was in South Africa, and I was asking, what is it, right? Onwa. Let's see if I can, there we go. This is important, right? So let's look at, let's see if we can find it. I think it was ANW. There you go. Anwa. And then here we're landing on something here. Varisco T, the origin of the Anwa in Arab tradition. Anwa is an Arab word? It says, the introduction and origin of the earliest grain and crops in the Great Zimbabwe culture have been related to the East African trade route, which links the pre-Islamic Anwa system and the use of agricultural marker stars, and therefore accounts for an observed similarity in astronomical names and practices. So let's look at another one. Anwa. Rainmaking. Rainmaking in early Zimbabwe relates most likely to the Anwa system that recorded weather pattern through time by partitioning the movement of the heavens into recognizable portions in the same way that the zodiac is used to divide a year, or the way the moon waxes and wanes in one earth revolution about the sun, right? So clearly here, Anwa was a system, an African system, not Arabic. I think the Arabs adopted it. Guys, you see the level and the amount of knowledge, even the so-called zodiac was already known. Maybe not the zodiac in the Kemetic way or Greek way, but they had a system called the Anwa system. The Anwa system that recorded weather patterns through time by partitioning the movement of the heavens into recognizable portion in the same way that the zodiac is used to divide a year, or the way the moon waxes and wanes in one earth revolution about the sun waxing and waning, meaning when the sun, right, the crescent grows, right, when the crescent, you know, it start with like maybe 1/5 and then 1/4, 1/3 and so on, it grows. And then one is when the crescent, right, the enlightened crescent, or the side of the moon that is lit, right, that is shining, is going to decrease, right, and the sun is going to be losing, right, basically the amount of light covering its surface, right, waning and waxing. And we have 14 days of waxing, 14 days of waning, and we are going to tie the 14 pieces of the body of Osiris, who was unalive and dismembered, into 14 pieces. This is where the 14 pieces comes from, all the way embedded into the Anwa system. This is our zodiac, right? Ancestral zodiac system that recorded weather patterns through time by partitioning, right? Partitioning, dividing, right? A circle, right? The journey, or basically of the sun within a year, right? Around the constellation. Because every 30 days, the sun moves from one constellation to the other one. It passes in front of the constellations, right? So the Anwa system was already in place in Africa. It was already known. The ancestor mapped the sky. The level of knowledge, I'm telling you, before any contact with those invaders, Africa was the hub of knowledge. Knowledge beyond imagination. Sorghum trade. This is one of my favorite grain. The sorghum and the millet. Very good grain, right? Sorghum, millet. Sorghum trade will infer the means to identifying the way to timing its cultivation. The ancestor did not need a satellite data or to tell them when to cultivate or to plant the seed. They knew the star, the bird, right? They knew everything around them. They observed and they knew exactly when to do what. Right? Eventually, through time, the exact counting of the stars will give way to incantation and formulas to identify the stars that brought the rain that will later be magicized. No. You see how they are inserting words that would make, right, African who are trying to learn about what their ancestors have done, they introducing word has magic. You see the concept of the word, to say will be later magicized into ritual and sacrificial attempt. You see, I told you, every time you see something amazing about Africa, they are going to temper the information with, sacrifice, ritual, human this, human that, and things like that. And they say sacrificial attempts to force the rain. Anyways, And the source here is Wade, right? Tiley, Webster, Frobenius, right? I see 0 local South African in their sources. Look at the sources, right? So I'm not saying that, or I'm not trying to say that they are not bad things or that do not happen or that did not happen, but our spirituality has been infiltrated. So we need to know the exact timeline, and we need to know who are those providing the information, and we need to cross-check with the locals, right? With the locals, the elders. But there is no elders name here. It would have been good to have, like, an elder Southern African within those clans saying that this is exactly what happened, to have more credit. I'm not going to give credit to these guys. I mean, I'm not going to. Every time you will see that something amazing about Africa, bam, then they're going to tie that to something really totally like nonsense, right? So this is the prediction of the rain. They had their own way of predicting the rain. They did not need a meteorological monitoring system to measure, the amount of pressure, air temperature, relative humidity, wind speed, wind direction, and use those data to compute to make a prediction. They did not need all of that. They just observed, and they've been recording the ANWA system. We need to learn this ANWA system. This is basically, the ANWA system sounds like it is our early zodiac, right? Zodiac form, right? Of reading, right? Reading the sky or mapping the sky, right? It's kind of like the African version of the zodiac, if you want, right? Amazing. The use of the Anwa and divination bowls can be found in the Great Zimbabwe cultural complex, as well as records of the Venus Synodic period. Oh, bro, we broke down this yesterday. So, brothers and sisters who are, who know about Ifa. Oh, look at that. Kanaga. The Ka, the 2 hands raised up. The 2 hands raised up. Where is the bottom? Man, it will be good to see the bottom. Oh, the bottom goes here. Yo, we have the Kanaga here. This is the, look, okay. Look at the 2 hands here. Look at the 2 legs over here. So the body continues on the tray. Damn, we need a better angle. Yo, if this is the Kanaga, man, I will be like, oh, wait, but I think it is. I think it is, because the Kanaga, right, was worn during the Dama dance to create a bridge to the supernatural world of the ancestor. Yo, ho, 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 ho. Man, I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know. I am speechless. I'm going to go to Google, right? And I'm going to try to Google the divination bowl. Divination bowl. Because it looks like this is the Kanaga in the divination bowl in Great Zimbabwe. Oh, that would be like, it would be a big rap, man. A big rap. It would be, oh man, I don't know. This is how the Kanaga actually stands, right this way, right there. Yo. Damn. Now, let's look at divination bowl. The use of the Anwa and divination bowl can be found. All right, we need, bro, I think this is the Kanaga, man. But let's do this, right? Let's look. I think there is another picture of this somewhere. The bowl. There's another picture. Bowl. There is another picture somewhere. Let's see here. There is another picture of this bull. That's not it. That's not it. Yo, I'm telling you, those people, what they saw in Africa was beyond imagination. They learned a little bit of it, they recorded it, and they basically start enslaving us because of jealousy, right? Because we were more advanced. We were more advanced into reading the star, predicting the time, right? We were more advanced. This is another tray, and this is a zodiac, the Anua, right? The zodiac form of the Great Zimbabwe, right? Reconstruction of the Mapungubwe, the Mapungubwe gold fragment, right? Interpretation of the gold content of the original gold burial, right? This is the Chimeji moon lunar conjunction of the crux and Centaurus asterism, Tuda. They knew the star, they mastered the star system. Chimeji, damn, it sounds like Meji in Ifa, right? Oyeku Meji, Ogbe Meji, right? Meji. Chimeji moon is an oral tradition that exists amongst this cultural complex. At a specific time of the year, the first stars visible at dusk are those of the known constellation of Tuda. The ancestor even named the constellation Tuda. Thank you, bro. Meji is water. Wow. And you see the chi. The chi there can also be connected to what? The Shi. C-H-I. The Shi is the personal Orisa that we know of. It's called the Shi in Igbo. Your inner self. The one sitting at the throne in the back of the head. The Shi. Right? The ancestor master the constellation. They even gave names to constellation. The constellation of Tuda. Instead of saying the constellation of Sirius, we should be finding names that the ancestor gave to those constellations, right? And bring back those vibration, right, amongst us, because it resonates. It has more reach. It has more power, right? The constellation of Tuda and Makali, meaning the prominent marker, stars and constellation seem to be chosen from the stars first visible at twilight or sunrise. Amongst Eastern and Southern African people, Tuda seemingly represent the cold, dry season. Ho ho! We did not need to put a satellite in orbit. No satellite, no Hubble telescope, no laser, no need to build electronic device to do this, to do that. No, the ancestor had the knowledge without harming the environment, without destroying or piercing through the ozone layer. Makali, the warm or wet season, and Chilimela, the marker of the metamorphosis between the seasons. Wow, the metamorphosis between the seasons. This is deep. The conjunction of the Pleiades as well as Tuda, and the new moon is therefore a base to the calendar in most of these parts. Bro, we need to teach our children. We invented the calendar. We knew how to count time before anybody, before even Kemet, the ancestor, before anything even went down in Kemet, the pyramids, the ancestor knew how to count time. They mastered the star. Because now that we're getting deeper into Great Zimbabwe, we are seeing that the knowledge of Kemet, the so-called knowledge of Kemet, are where the ancestor who moved up there with the knowledge, because they were looking for the best location, the ideal location to build the Pyramid of Giza. He had to be there. They didn't go there because they were running out of space, or they, or it was, a good, land with animals and trees. And no, it's the meaning, the geographic location. I explained that location yesterday. That's the only place on Earth where the latitude, right, the 29 degree, the latitude and longitude cross in that region, right, which is the longest line or the longest latitude, right, to go through or to pass through the most land masses. Because that line, if you draw the latitude, right, you will see that it crosses Africa, it crosses the Middle East, it crosses India, it crosses China, and then the Pacific. It crosses also the America. So that line crosses the most land mass on Earth, if you just observe. And when it comes to the longitude, right, it goes, right, it comes from the north and it goes all the way down to South Africa, which is technically the north, right? The north is the south is the north, right? The south is the north. But we know geographic, geographic poles and magnetic poles, we understand that. So that's the only location. And I think that's the one major reason why the ancestor moved up there to build the pyramids, in order to be able to observe or to monitor or to understand specific occurrences, in order to understand what is going on with the earth, in order to better understand the earth and the human body. Because we are coming to find out that the pyramid is a low scale of the earth, a lower scale of the earth, right, projected into the shape of a pyramid, which also can be projected into a human body, can be placed within the pyramid, and different phenomena can be observed. Also, the brain, the ori, right? We are going to try to place the brain within the pyramid and see how the different ventricles, because we've been reading about the ventricular system. We have 4 ventricle system. We have 4 cardinal point, right? We have, the black hole. We are going to try to place a black hole within that pyramid. So whatever is true above is going to be true below. So that's what we've been doing. The Chimeji full moon in general is an important festival time in most respects. You see, even the so-called Islamic observation of the full moon or the cycle of the moon, the Ramadan or the fasting ends when they see this or they see that. In Africa, we practice festival and, we had festival and other things related to the star, to the moon, to the sun. You see that? I'm telling you. The Chimeji full moon in general is an important festival time in most respects throughout Eastern Africa. Chimeji moon, or the new moon's conjunction with this special arrangement of the Southern Cross. Oh no, they knew about the Southern Cross, y'all. You see that? The Chimeji moon. Shit, Dachuba. Man, bro. I don't know, brother. I don't know what I can give you, man. You need to give a follow to Dashuba, man. Give a follow to this brother, man, because this book here is fire. This book is lit. Damn. Because the Southern Cross is going to be connected, right, to the winter solstice. Or let's leave even the winter solstice. It's going to be connected to the time of the year when the sun seems to be standing still or stuck by the Saturn's cross for 3 days, and then on the fourth day it resumed its course. And this happened from December 22, 23, 24, and in December 25th the sun resumed its normal course. They have been observing that through the Chimeji moon. Damn. And its pointer, right? And its pointer is the basis of the Shona Lemba-Venda calendar. Oh, no, 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 no. Yo. Man, this is crazy. I'm telling you, I don't know, bro. I don't know those people, man. They basically just took, they tried to take everything, man. All those concepts were already known all the way down to South Africa. They knew it. They did not learn this from Kemet. Kemet comes later. So you can say that Great Zimbabwe is recent, but you cannot master and make a calendar in the span of 1,000 years, in the span of 2,000 years, in the span of 3,000 years. No, you need hundreds of thousands of years to map the sky and to come up with a calendric system. And before any contact with the invaders, the Shona, the Lemba, Venda, they had their calendar. So guys, I need someone, right? If you have time, we need to find a document on the Shona, Lemba, Venda calendar. And I bet you it's gonna match the Yoruba calendar. That's my guess. I can be wrong, right? But we need to find the Shona, Lemba, Venda calendar. And it's only visible as a calendrical basis from regions in the latitude of Zimbabwe, and more specifically from Great Zimbabwe. The new moon that occurs in the rain month of Chimeji is the Chimeji moon. Wow. The tradition stipulates that Chimeji moon is when Nzadi is not visible and Ndona is just visible over the horizon soon after sunset, and is the first moon that appears when the two lower stars of the constellation Tuda are just below the horizon and the two upper stars just visible. Oh, African science. African science. We are doing African science, y'all. Right? This is African science. The Western book indoctrinated us. The indoctrination is beyond imagination. They made us think like, oh, the constellation and the star, the Greek knowledge of the star. They need to shut up. What? The ancestor mastered and knew it all, and even knew it better. Right? Oh, man. Chimeji moon, lunar conjunction of the Crux and Centaurus, asterism, Tuda. You see that? Look at those big names that they are giving to the Crux and Centaurus asterism. Crux and Centaurus asterism. The ancestor just called it Tuda. And they knew that he had something to do, right, with the cycle of the moon, right, at specific time of the year. And it announced and showed a specific phenomena. And this is a tray, right, that basically shows the universe, the animal at the center. We mapped that to be basically the universe, right? And we're still breaking that down. And also we mapped this to be showing, right, the top view, the inner view of the brain, right? I'm going to show that before we go. So, but look at that. The zodiac version of Africa. The zodiac. A lot of information in this book can be traced all the way to Kemet. That doesn't mean that It came from Kemet. No, 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 no. People always want to make that nonsense connection saying, oh, the knowledge from sub-Saharan Africa came from Kemet. No, 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 no. It's the other way around. Every time you see the colonizer agreeing with something, no, you got it wrong. 90% of the time, when the colonizer agree with something, or he does not oppose what you say, know that you are lying, you're mistaken, right? When they see you mistakening, they're gonna let it be that way. Remain in ignorance, my friend. I'm not here to, to do any correction for you. I'm not going to oppose what you're saying. Keep remaining in ignorance. Basically, that's how it is. But when you tell the truth, you see people start shaking and getting excited. Now you know you hit it. You hit it. You on point, right? You know you're on point, right? So, man, this is so amazing. This is amazing. Oh, guys, you don't just know, man. Oh, man. This book here, it is a must-have book. I'm telling you. This is a must-have book, y'all. You must have this book, bro. You need to download this book. This is a must-have book. The Tuda. Oh, man. And they use animals to represent. Look at that. The opposing asterisms of Tuda, the giraffe, and Makali, the rhinoceros, therefore may correspond with the Anwa astronomical concept that was prevalent in pre-Islamic Arabia and still prevalent in Ethiopia. You see the knowledge of the Anwa all the way from Great Zimbabwe, South Africa, that expanded all the way in pre-Islamic Arabia, right? And we were told that the Arabs they were good in science. What science? What science? Look at that. Tuda, the giraffe. Wow. Now, there is no giraffe in the desert, right? So if they've been in the desert and never traveled, how would they know that that shape is the giraffe shape? If someone was born there and never went outside of that desert region, they would never see a giraffe, right? Look at Ndona. Ndona is associated with the rhino, right? So basically, the whole variety of species in the Congo, in South Africa, in East Africa and West Africa are representation of all the possible constellation that may possibly exist. Every single animal. Just imagine how many constellations we'll have. If every single species represent, right, you can find the image, and I think it is possible. You can find the image of every single species has a constellation. And it will make sense, right? Oh, bro, this book, look at that. This is another monolith. They call it rock star, a rock edifice or whatsoever. You see, this is where we started, the monolith, right? So now let's quickly just browse through the monolith of in Nigeria, Cameroon. Look at that, all over the place, right? All over the place, right? Monolith after monolith, right? Everywhere. So this is a Bantu knowledge, right? This is a Bantu knowledge. That's why you're going to see that all the way to Ethiopia, because the Bantu Ethiopians, the very original first people in Ethiopia were the Bantu. The Bantu were everywhere, right? So this was tapping into the earth electromagnetic radiation, or the earth energy, the energy centers, right? Energy centers for specific observation of the star, observation and alignment of the star to find localization, geolocalization, and mapping the star. They needed to have these monoliths all over the continent. They even went all the way outside of the continent, expanding the depth, right, of mapping of the star. They wanted to see everything. They wanted to know. They were in love with the knowledge of the star, because in order to connect to the Creator, in order to connect to the Creator, we have to do science, and the ancestor knew just that, right? In order to know better who the Creator or what the Creator is, that primordial source of energy, right? They had to study nature. They had to practice Dongo, which is science, Dongoi, which is science within the Douala people in Cameroon, Ngoi. They had to do Ngoi. So in the future, if you hear me saying Ngoi, that means science in one of the African linguistic, Ngoi, right? It's associated with the leopard, right? You see the monolith, right? Monolith, look at that, all over the place, right? I don't want to get too deep into the monolith, right? But as you can see here, it was associated to multiple type of a veneration of the ancestor, rituals, the star, and things like that. See, monolith. You remember this? I have this in my slides showing 14 straps over here. You see 14 stripes over here. The waning and the waxing of the moon. The waning and the waxing of the moon. We have 14 days, right? Waxing, 14 days waning, 28 days lunar calendrical system here, right? And then we have the V shape, right? You have the V shape. And when you look at the character called Asar, right? Or Asa, right? Or Asa in Kemet, which is Osiris. So we are going to use more and more African sound for those names, and then we can just say, okay, that's Osiris, for those maybe who are new, right? You see when he Asa holding the crook and the flail, right? And things like that, making the V shape. And this V shape here is associated, and it looks also like the horn, the cow horn. Now, that same guy that is saying that the cow is something that was brought into Africa, and if you see people raising cattle with cows and sheep, they are invaders. That dude is he lost his mind, bro. That dude lost his mind. So look at the physiology of the cow, and look at the Congo. You are saying that the Congo is the Garden of Eden. That's what he says. The Congo is the Garden of Eden. Doesn't it make sense that all the animal species will come from the Congo? Oh, that dude, I'm telling you, if you listen to that dude with common sense, critical thinking, and discernment, that's agency right there. Big agent. I'm telling you, no small agent. Guys, that brother, I'm not trying to disrespect him, but I smell some agency. Like the dude is getting, to do that. He's getting something to do this. And he has penetrated the Bantu community to a certain degree already, to the point where those Bantu people who were in the direction of living Christianity are getting trapped, right? And stick with him and follow him, because they are kind of like a messiah that came in town and say, oh, don't leave religion. It's actually your story. And he's taking Bantu, so nini na nini, Yahoo something, the ya, everything with the ya, and I don't know. It's just, to say that if the Dinka raised cattle. They must be connected to the giant, and they are invaders. When I look at the Ndinka people, I see myself, the kinky hair, the pitch dark skin. Whether they are tall or not, it doesn't matter. They eat good grain. There are specific grain in Africa, right? When you grow up eating those grains, you're going to grow up like a giraffe, right? Millet, sorghum, and some other grain, right? It's all about diet related, right? So what's the obsession with the cow? That dude is becoming too much with the cow obsession, you know? So, and then you see here, basically, it looks like the horn, the cow horn, Messiah, man. Oh, shit. Now, anyway, so you see the monolith, and this scene here was associated with the Mani. The Mani, right? This is the ritual monolith depicting Mani, the mother of twins, right? Ritual monolith depicting Mani, the mother of the twins, associated with a forked megapole with circular decoration, expression of the power of the council of seven notables. Mbatu. Oh, Mbatu. The council of the seven notables. Now, when you say seven, what is number seven in CBD? Is Asa. Number seven in CBD is Asa. Yes, number seven, Asa with double A. Yes, the number seven, right? That's important. And when it came to the cycle of the moon, we had 8, but the 8th one was not visible. The 8th one is not visible, right? So once you count to 7, you have Asa. And Asa was the body of Asa was dismembered into 14 pieces. Now you have the 14 waxing of the moon, because it is said that he resuscitated, or he was reborn when his son Horus was being born. It was the rebirth of Asa. When Horus, right, which is called Hori, right, was being born. And I'm going to show you the source and the text that says it, right? I'm not just making that up, right? So we are seeing here the birth of the son was the rebirth of the father, right? And the father body was dismembered into 14 pieces, the 14 days of the waxing of the moon, right? Right? And the switching, right? The switch between waning and waxing, right? The switch between waning and waxing, right? And the body was mummified when the moon was not visible in Kemet, that they did that, right? So there's a whole knowledge and ritual around it, right? The Mani, right? And then you have the Tani, right? It's not just for the mother of the twin, but there's also the Tani, which is for the father of the twin, right? I think maybe we're gonna get to it, right? I think it's further up, right? Right. You've seen these monolith before. You see that? The Ishi monolith. You know what they've been doing? They have been taking this to the British Museum and making 3D printed version of this and sending it back to Nigeria. So they take the original one, they do the 3D printing version, and they send it back to Nigeria. Like, take this. We're going to give you the 3D version, but we're going to take the original. Oh, man. This is crazy, right? This is the Mfenkang, right? This leaf here is called the Mfenkang in my traditional language. Is a tree or a plant that symbolizes peace, right? Usually we put this in front of the door, right? During certain time of the year, you put it in front of the door or the window, right? That's the Mfunkang, right? Now you see that here, the monolith. Look at that, monolith, 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 all over, right? This is the monolith, right? The drawing of the monolith depicting Tani. So previously it was Mani. Now we have Tani, the father of the twins, associated with a fork megapole with circular decoration, an expression of the power of the council of 7 notables, Mbatu, Bamenda Plateau. This is Cameroon, right? The region. What happened? Right? That see us growing, right? And Nigeria is not too far from there. Now, let's move on to, we've shown the monolith, right? We've shown the monolith in, did I close a window? I feel like I closed something. Let me reopen, close tab. Okay. So, I have another source here. This is the source where I got the Mbe. You see the Mbe stone, right? The Mbe stone, drawing of stone in Banyang community near Mamfe, Cameroon, right? The Mbe stone. This is the drawing of an Ekpe stone. Ekpe stone, Ekpe is already here, the leopard society. Okay, the leopard, the science of the leopard here. So here we are getting into the science of the leopard, basically. These altar, the stone, and like I said, Kemet came out of sub-Saharan Africa. It's not the other way around, right? The knowledge of Kemet was brought there by the ancestor coming from sub-Saharan Africa. They had to go there, right? For the pyramid, they needed to be built there, right? For some multiple reason. They've been placing these monoliths all over the continent, and they were able to detect the center, right? And they had to go into different land and crossing water, right? To plant these monoliths, right? In order to get a map of the sky and choose the right ideal place to build the Pyramid of Giza, mainly, right? Man. So you see the monolith, right? Monolith. So we're going to dive into this a little deeper, right? That's the dancer. Man, the Kanaga in the divination bowl in South Africa is blowing my mind. We are going back to it. Man, I wish I could make up a story and tell my boss that I'm sick, man. Okay, I can't make it to work today, you know. Right. Man, I'm loving this. I don't want to stop, man. The knowledge of the ancestor. Look, who said that? Oh, the Olmec head. African don't have Olmec stone. African don't have stone head, right? We know the Ori. Look, head. I mean, oh, show me a carved stone head in Africa. Yo, what are you talking about? They don't know. They don't know. You see? They don't know. They don't know. Look at Stonehead, the Ori. Man, once we get to the series of life on African presence worldwide, oh man, I'm telling you, those people they're gonna suffer, man, because the amount of source that we're gonna be bringing, we're gonna bring some heavy, high quality information, right? Look at that, right? You see, it starts to resemble the monolith of Great Zimbabwe with writing on it. Look at that. They're doing the 3D version, 3D painting, and these are the version they're going to send back to Nigeria. So they take the original and they're like, "Come on, man, you know, don't worry, okay? We're going to give you something you can look at, right? But for now, we need to take this away." You see, this is crazy, yo. Look at that, 3D. Look at that. They're using electrical tool. The ancestor did not need all those electrical tool power. You know, look at that. Look at that. always like artificial fake stuff. Huh? Huh? Ntitogo monolith. This one is called the Ntitogo. You see? Ntitogo monolith. Ntitogo monolith. They already took this. That's one original. Look at that. Man, it looked like something that we know. That's why, you know, in Africa, you know, those women, they just, I mean, you know why they, oh shit, you know why they travel to Africa, right? Right. So you already know why, right? So this is not the grain of rice, right? Because we know, no, I don't want to get there. Some European man might get mad at me and report me. I'm not going to say that. But anyways, but we read it. We read that in the source of excision in Europe, right? EX about the European man who it's like a grain of rice. I don't know. Right, Cross River monolith. Right, that's one source. Man, this is amazing. So this is only in, right? This is only in West Africa, Nigeria, right? You see that, right? So, but I bet you, I'm telling you, those European, when they see this in a museum, they start thinking about some weird stuff going in the mind, you know, and things like that. But now I showed you this one. This is Cross River, Nigeria. That's basically the same thing. So let's move on. This is Great Zimbabwe. I've shown you the monolith in Great Zimbabwe, right? This is Central African Republic, right? Central African Republic. The page is uploading. So, right, not I have one here, right? They don't want to show it, but I've spoken to a brother who's from Central African Republic. He said they have probably million of these, right? But we have to go do the research. We have to look for these things because we cannot just keep waiting for those people to bring the information, right? So this is a megalith of Central African Republic, right? So I showed you one. This one here is what page is this? So this page is a little bit weird. Let me refresh that, right? Okay. So Tazunu is a site of megalithic monument of Central Africa. They are not showing the picture. That's fine. We know why. But we know there are monuments, megalithic monument there. So moving down to, you know, this one here is Central African Republic in the region of Boa. Look at this guy. They always want to get credit and always picture themselves. Oh, I'm going to be in the book. Only people, the world is going to see my face. You know, I am the one who found it. Shut up. Who built it? Who carved it? You just come in there standing and taking a picture and you want to get credit for taking a picture near the megalithic stone arrangement of our ancestor, right? Look at that. And he's even smiling, right? This is another one. Look at that. This is Central African Republic, y'all, right? So the ancestor been planting those. This is the geolocalization. The ancestor been planting those for multiple reasons, right? And then even here we are told that Boa was ceded by France to Germany under the terms of the 1911 Morocco-Congo Treaty, becoming part of the German colony, New Cameroon. This is one of the early names of Cameroon, the New Cameroon. You see, New Cameroon, the Cameroon with the K, right? Until it was reconquered. So Cameroon also extended all the way to Central African Republic, and you can see we share in the same border. But this whole region here was the Congo. This whole region, the Congo, extended all the way into, I think it's all the way to Nigeria, all the way to this region here, to what they call West Africa today, right? So And then here we have the source. This one is Bua, the region of Bua, right? And this one here is, I think, in Ethiopia. Megalith in Africa, proofs, right? So people been denying that we've been, look at that, all the way in Senegal. Senegal, Nigeria, we know there is Cameroon, right? And there are many more other countries here, we know, right? All the way to Madagascar, right? If we are finding traces of the ancestor in the Easter Island, why not in Madagascar? Right there, it's close by. Ethiopia, you see, Ethiopia, even the Maghreb, right? Even the Maghreb, we're gonna see and map out and show the presence of the ancestor, right? All over those regions. The very first people of the Maghreb were pitch black people, right? They've been trying to, to play with the timeline and play with the phenotype and things like that, right? Now, this is what they call the phallic, right? The phallic Ethiopian megalith are 1,000 years older than believed. We can no longer accept these people to date our stuff because they are always trying to keep the dating system, right? The timeline within a specific, right, time frame or time range, right? Because they have lied previously. So they are avoiding to be debunked. So with that being said, they want to be the one to be dating anything in this world. They want to be the one to give the dates, to do the testing, to provide the data, to provide the result. You know that it's not being fair at all. We don't believe that the result of those analyses are going to be accurate because it's going to be politicized, right, for a specific reason, right? So this is the Ethiopia's Gedeo stone, right? Gedeo stone. And even when you start looking at the phenotype of these people, right? This guy is not fully mixed already, but you can see that he has some level of mix in him. You can see the kinky hair. You can see the nose, the cheekbone, right? You can see that he has like still maybe 90% Bantu within him, right? You can see 90% Bantu in him and 10% of the invaders. And this is their town. This is their place. So you know that the invaders came into the town and do yeah, you know what I mean, right? So look at that. All the way to Ethiopia. This one is embedded with the Ishi. The Ishi, or scarification or marking on stone, is called the Ishi, right? You remember what we've seen on the Nigeria side, in West Africa, the phallus. We clearly show and look at it. It looked like a phallus. And here again, we have phalluses all over the place. You see that? So this was to tap into specific energy and also to arrange the star, right? To basically align with the star and for orientation purposes, right? So, when the whitey woman sees this, man, I'm telling you, they want to travel to Africa. They've been flocking Gambia. I'm telling you, in Gambia, it's getting worse in Gambia, man. I'm telling you, because you will see, I mean, they are just like destroying the place, they are just destroying the place. Gambia, Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, South Africa, they are looking for, you know what I mean, the third leg, because the third leg of their man is not longer or bigger than a grain of rice. We read it. We read it from the article on Excision. Man, that life was crazy. They had to shut down. I mean, I got reported. I got all kind of stuff, right? When I say reported is for violation, like life is going to be restricted for violation, right? And I was just reading a source. I was just reading the source, and the source clearly mentioned it. I was like, oh shit, now I understand why those whitey women are going to Africa all the time. And I don't know, right? So when they see things like this, they're like, whoa. Now, that's Ethiopia. You see how we've been tracing? We are tracing the monolith all the way to Ethiopia. Look at this boy. Look at this boy here. This here is a partial view of Tutufela. Oh, look at the name. Tutufela. This is South African. This is West African. Tutu. You will find Tutu within Ghana, right? South Africa, they have Tutu. Clearly, I research on this word Tutu, right? I research on this word Tutu, right? It can mean and standing for kingship, ruler, and things like that. Ututu, Okuku, or with the Almighty also. Tutufela megalithic site, a well, look at that, a well decorated stele, stele in the center. You see, even the author of the book said a well decorated. Oh man, these guys, man. Bro, he said a well decorated. Look at that. I know a decorated phallic. In Africa, we are not going to call this phallus or associate this to phallus. I'm telling you, it's going to be a different name. That doesn't mean phallus. So these are the people who are attaching. Partial view or Cheba. You see Cheba, Tututi, megalithic site. Tututi. Where is this? Because this is in Ethiopia. Hold on. Tutufela, Cheba. Cheba, Tututi, Tutufela, Sodidi. This is in Ethiopia. Hold on. I'm trying to see the megalithic stone of Gedeo, some reflection. The assessment concentrate on Tutufela, coordinates above sea level, blah, 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 and Cheba, Tututi, blah, 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 megalithic stones, the most widely known site that can represent the heritage management situation, different megalithic sites in Gedeo zone. The Africa's largest concentration of megalithic stone in this area has worldwide implication and significance in the area of archaeological activities in order to understand the ancient community with megalithic culture. This potential concentration, the unique features of the steles, have contribution in attracting different research teams, mainly from Europe, even since 1930. They are coming to hope to get some type of, you know, I don't know, 30-second or 15-second erection, right? Because even the blue pill is no longer working. Even the blue pill does not work anymore, right? The megalithic stones in the Gedeo were first brought to the attention of scholars by a German team in the 1930s, by a French, blah 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 blah. Yeah, this is in the region of East Africa, right? This is East Africa. Hold on, let me do this. So if I do control find Ethiopia. Yeah, that's Ethiopia. You see that? That's Ethiopia. And look at the amount of monolith. So now you see how important it was to basically map out the monolith structure within the continent. By doing so, we are able to basically see the traces of the ancestor in those places, and look at even the name associated with some of the site. Tututi. These are Bantu words, right? You know, the original people there were Bantu, right? They were Bantu. They are true original people of those lands. The invader came in. They were so excited to see those phalluses, and they wanted to just own it. They wanted to own it, right? In the hope that they will get some type of fake, 5-second erection and be like, oops, That's it. Because the blue pill does no longer work for them. It's not working. Right? That's why the whitey woman go to Africa. Right? The dude get erected in like 10 seconds, man. And can last for hours without taking any pills. All natural. Jealously, bro. They were jealous. I'm telling you, bro. You see how the eunuch, they used to cut off our ancestor manhood, put them into bocal, into vase, into you know what they call, what is that substance that doesn't make things rot? Um, the name is, yeah. But they would put it into bowls and display it at the museum. What the hell is that? You cut off someone manhood, you put it into bowls, into vase, formal. Yeah, thank you, formal, and you display it in the museum. Yeah, formaldehyde. Yeah, that's what they were doing in museum until today. They had secret room in museum. Secret room is only the phallus, not no stone phallus, but the real phallus of our ancestor. They call it the erotic room of the museum. Yeah. Did you know Venus Hottentot? They cut off her genitals and put it in formal and store it. They still have it, and people were going to pay at the museum to see her genitals, her private part. What they? I don't know, man. Some people are just sick. That's sickness. I don't know. Now, you see these people, when you look at them, right? It looks like they have burned faces. Look at this boy. He's Ethiopian. This is a real Ethiopian. Ethiopia means burned face. This is a Bantu Ethiopian. In the region where you have the monolith, that means that the ancestor, the Bantu people, that this was a Bantu land. Bantu land. But today we have some, I don't know, crazy people who are saying that, oh, we are African, we are not Bantu. Yeah, because your ancestor basically grape, you know, our mother, you know, and sister in order to produce you, and then you are too damn ashamed to claim, all right, your mother's side because you look more like your father, the invaders, right? So we still have the true original right there. I don't want to use the word Kushite, Nilo, Kushite, and all that. I want to stick with the African names, the African linguistic. So we need to stick more and more to that. And we are going to slowly erase and put to the side the so-called Kushite, Nilotic. They have other words. I mean, like, you don't find those linguistic word into Bantu. None of the Bantu linguistic. We don't want that. We need to get rid of those words, right? Nilotic, Kushites, Japhites, Hamite. No, 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 no. That's Malipo. That's Malepo stuff. And Gina, the best couple of 2024. Those two needs to get married, bro. Those two, I'm telling you, if they are under the same roof, I'm sure that roof is going to get blown away by the shouting and the screaming of Gina and Malipo. The roof is gonna fly away. I'm telling you, those two, you put them together on the panel, shit, man, I'm telling you, they can go for like 2-3 days non-stop. I don't know what they're drinking, but you know, Malepo is always drunk. It always sounds like he be drinking something, Malepo. Now, you see how we mapped and traced the monolith from the Great Zimbabwe, South Africa, Ethiopia, and also the land in between, right? Because they cannot be skipping land. So it is a map, right? But we have information on specific area, and we're going to connect the dots, right? Let's look at this map here. We can easily connect the dot by analyzing the map, right? Where is that map? Was it here? let's see. Maybe it wasn't in the previous document. Let me look in the previous document. The map. Was it here? So I showed the map earlier. I think it was in this document. It should be here, right? Let me see. I showed the map. Let's see. Okay, let's look at the document before that. Maybe here. Yeah, there you go. So we need to generate a similar map, but it's going to be our map, right? And we need to place onto this one, we're going to add Cameroon, Central African Republic, the one we've been having information on. Oh, Zimbabwe. You see here, they did not even mention the Great Zimbabwe here. You see that? That's for a reason. And I bet you this is a colonizer source, right? This is a colonizer source because a brother from Africa will know this. Oh, didn't I tell you? University of Geneva. Oh, megalith in Africa. And he say in parentheses, proofs. Are you serious? ResearchGate, publish it. ResearchGate is going to publish that, right? But it's not 100% fact, right? And I said, behind every document, there is an agenda, right? Now, here is one technique I want to show you guys. I want to share this with you. Usually when I'm looking for something, I don't go straight to what I'm looking for. Let's say, for example, I need information on the monolith. I'm not going to search monolith of South Africa. I'm going to search, ancient structure or something in the southern part of Africa, or just the whole continent of Africa, right? Because usually when you see an article pinpointing a specific topic, you know that topic has an agenda behind it and it's going to be tweaked. Now, we use the information from Brother Dashuba, right? This is a thesis of PhD. So the information here is not going to be, too much pseudo. We know that even in the thesis, they have information that they want to see. They are information. They don't want those to be revealed or to be exposed, right? But in here, we found information on the monolith of the Great Zimbabwe. And we are going to add that into a map that we are going to generate, right? To connect the dots, right? Where is that? Right here. Great Zimbabwe is missing here. And we are going to generate an estimated stone monolith in the African continent. And the space between two regions, we can easily put, we think, right? We can say, because the ancestor cannot have monolith here. And then skip what? Maybe 3,000 or 4,000 kilometers before setting new ones on the ground, and then travel maybe 4,000 or 2,000 kilometer to put new ones. No, what is the gap between there? No, it has to be a really constant intervals. Maybe every 1 kilometer, or maybe every 5 kilometer or 10 kilometer, they're going to mark the ground. So I think the ancestor mapped the continent. They mapped out the continent with these stones. We are fanning them from north to west, central, south, east, and even in the Horn, showing that the ancestors were present. The very original first African were 100% black people before the admixture and the invaders came in. And they were so advanced in science, right? We've been reading this research paper that I'm going to put the paper again on the screen. This is a must download paper, 231 pages. It is a thesis. You're going to learn about Great Zimbabwe. You're going to learn about Great Zimbabwe. This book has been posted, right, in our Telegram group. So if you join the Telegram, just take a screenshot now. And once you join the Telegram, post the screenshot and ask for the source. This is a must-have sources in order to edify your knowledge in terms of ancestral knowledge from the southern part of Africa, which amazingly, I still cannot believe. I still cannot believe. Whoa. I think it's slide 881. Slide 881. 881. Hold on. Oh, bro. 881. Huh? Okay. 88. Look at that. We did not see this coming. Look at the Kanaga. Look at the Kanaga all the way in the divination tray in South Africa. Look at the Kanaga. I see 2 arms raised here. I think I see another 2 pair of arms. Man, we need a better angle here. I need a better angle of this divination bowl. I need another angle of this thing here. But the fact that the 2 arms raised up in the air is enough for me. The 2 arms raised up is enough for me. Whether it is double or not double, right? Oh shit. Look at this, bro. Oh man. Look at that. The scarabee. Now something comes in my mind. And the orientation of the scarabee leg. And the Dogon Kanaga. 2 raised up in the air, 2 raised down. But we have, I think there's a connection here, yo. I think there's a connection here, even with the scarabee. Because the scarabee was also the symbol for rebirth, the birth of the sun, reincarnation, right? You see that? These 2 legs, these 2 one, the front one up, and then the middle one is going to be symbolized by what? The river, the water of the Kalunga passing under the bridge. Under the bridge. Man. Right? And you see how here in the back of the scarabee, you see the zigzag? Up, down, water. Oh shit. And you see the stripes. Oh, there is a better photo from the British Museum. Okay, let's see if we can find that. Let's do British Museum, and it's called Divination Bowl, Great Zimbabwe. And you see the name Zimbabwe? At the end of Zimbabwe, you have Mbwe. Mbwe. Mbwe is Mbe. The Mbwe is the NGB. The B is the NG, right? The B is the NG. If you put NGB before the B, you have Ngwe. Ngwe. Ingwe. Right? The end of the name for leopard in Zulu is Ingwe. Right? So you have the Gwe, right? The Gwe or the Mwe, GWE or GBWE, right? There is something even in Zimbabwe here in that name, right? Zimbabwe, right? Because the Ingwe can also be the Ingwe, right? INGBWE. Yes, you can put what sacrament has put there, right? You put the IN before it. It's still the leopard. You put the IN, it's going to be Inwe or Inbwe. There are many sound, right? There are many. I think I don't just remember exactly which one, but I read it into a different source. I don't just remember the source, right? So the WE that you see in Ingwe can be the B, right? You put the B in there. Mbwe. Yeah, Mbwe used to be a bay. There we go. Yeah, there we go. There's clearly connection right there. So let's see here. Divination bowl. Oh, come on. Load that thing, man. Load that page. Look at the shape of the divination bowl. And they've been saying that it's to preserve the artifact. I need another one. Let's see. Is it only one picture? Looks like it's only one picture, but let's see. Let's look at this one. Oh, reject all cookie. I don't need a cookie this morning. They're saying, do you reject or accept all the cookies? I said, no, I don't need cookies for breakfast. So I'm looking for the one that has at the center, it has the a mound at the center. With that being said, for those who missed yesterday live, look at that. This is what we're looking for. This is what I just showed on the website in the British Museum. And I start drawing the scarabee. The scarabee. This is the brain anatomy, yo. And then I start drawing, right, this animal on top of the brain anatomy. And this is supposed to represent the universe, the cosmos. And if this happened to match, I'm seeing a lot of good stuff coming out of the scan here. The bird eye view of the brain mimic, right, what the ancestor scenes or represented to be the cosmos. This is amazing. This is amazing how this animal here, which is at the center, is you can place it, you can place it on top of a brain scan. And we need to find more brain scan and put them side by side and keep doing this work. So I will keep doing that. You have the head, you have the tail right there, you have the legs right there, you have the arms right there, you have the head right there. And then for the scarabee, right, you have the back, you know, these back legs right there coming in. So both the scarabee and, right, this animal can be placed, imposed into it. So the brain seems to be what it's looking like. It is the image of the whole universe at the microscopic scale, at the human scale, or the smaller scale, right? It was amazing. Oh, someone made a request. I don't know what that was. Sorry. And as soon as I wanted to click on it, it was gone. So, so what I'm looking for is this one here, right? This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this specifically, right? So, we have this. That's good. So let's go back one more time. If we can find, maybe I can just go to image. Let's look at, oh, there you go. Whoa, I went to image. Look at that. The Persian copied this from Africa. Look at that. The Persian, the Arab, they took it. This is found in voodoo. the altar in the voodoo. No, I cannot believe this, yo. This is the knock. But let's stay here. I saw this in a research paper. The thesis for PhD paper. And someone cannot tell me that this is just a coincidence to find this within the Persian. And someone is gonna tell me that, oh, this comes from the Persian. You will see some dumb African people saying, oh, I read in the book, it was said that the Persian were the first to make this. Are you serious? Who is telling the story? The colonizer. Why would you think the colonizer is gonna make himself look like he took it and he stole it from Africa? What makes you think that he's gonna tell you the truth? That's what we need to, like, you know, make these correction and let the brothers and sisters, you know, that you should not just believe anything you read in books, because they are not going to tell the truth, right? It is an agenda. They have an agenda, right? Brother, sister, She Matters, I saw your request and then, I don't know, and then you dropped.
Hello, Potolo.
Nama Santo, sister, how are you?
Good, thanks, and you?
Good, good. Grand Rising, welcome to the panel.
Yes, we've been screaming on the comments there that
Oh,
please check Telegram, because we've posted these. That's what you are looking for, the picture
okay,
that
okay.
appeared
Oh, my
on
sister, I'm
Telegram.
sorry. Why?
Thank you.
Leave me. Sometimes, you know, I just, man, I need to pay more attention to, yeah, let me bring that here. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay. So we got that. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Okay. So now we're going to have a better angle here. Man, the amount of information. The amount of information is beyond imagination, I'm telling you. Now, the two arms, another two arms, and I see a bunch of zigzag. Wow. Now. Wow, wow, whoa, 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 whoa. And you see the cowrie shell? On top of the mound, a tomb was self-created. On top of the mound that first emerged from the water of the noon. The creation story of Kemet is found in Africa, embedded into our practices, knowledge, spirituality. Now, so I see the two arms. It looks like a head. It looks like a spine. Oh, it looked like a spine over here. Look at that. You see, it looked like a spine. And then we see another two set of hands raised up. No problem, right? It looked like a spine, which will be what? The bridge. The bridge to connect the two, right? That's not all. So, and then, now, I see this here. I want to know if this is part of the body. Oh, okay. I see another E shape, two hands. Oh, this is another set of two hands. It looks like this has its mirror image, which is, I see a smaller, right? A smaller compressed version here. The head, the arms, right? Facing up. That's fine. Whether it's facing up or down, we understand the concept. We can deal with that. And we're going to break it down. And then we have an arrow. It looks like an arrow showing the direction of something, right? And around it, we have what? The river, the zigzag up and down, the river flowing. Ah, bro. Yo, man, I don't know. This is too damn powerful. This is too damn beautiful, man. I'm telling you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn. In the creation story of Kemet, we've been hearing that a tomb was self-created on top of the first mound that emerged from the water of the noon. Oh, you got the mound over here. No bina mound here. No bina mound here. I'm speaking Nigerian pidgin now. No be. No bina mound. Ide mound. Ide mound. Damn. Now, bro, this is too heavy for me, guys. You don't just know. This is too heavy. Dashuba, where did you get this book? I don't know, man. How did you get to that? How come I didn't find it? I've been spending years, months. I don't know, man. Damn. I still can't believe we are landing into this thing, man. I got so much in my mind right now. I don't even know where to start, because I want to go to the creation slides, creation story of Kemet that I have put together. We never even went through those slides. And I'm going to add this divination tray, the bowl. I need to add this next to the Mfinda, right? The Mfinda of the Congo, right? The Mfinda. The Mfinda clearly shows the center, the Ita Orun of the Yoruba, or the Mfinda. We have it here. I need to know every single element of this bowl. What is the center called? The center called like? I know it's going to be in the book, right? The center here is going to be in the book, so we have to provide this information. I think we got good stuff. And then this is the Iroke, the Iroke version, right, of our ancestor in the southern part of Africa, right? Basically, it's here. It can be ivory or bone, right? To emit the sound, to make the sound. The Babalao is using the Iroke. The Iroke, they use this one here. Same concept. Now, we're starting to understand why war has been instigated between Yoruba and South Africa. It's too deep. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. It's too deep. It's beyond what people are thinking. So people are fighting on the internet, but they don't know the amount of knowledge and connection between Yoruba, Zulu, Igbo, Soto, Lemba, Bakongo. It was a hub for highly advanced knowledge, and that knowledge has to be interrupted. So the 1,400 years of Arab trade was not just because of the labor. Labor was a major role because they are lazy. They are lazy. Someone has to be there to do everything for them. It was also about disrupting the flow of knowledge to slow down African, because they were going too fast. They were so advanced and they felt ridiculous. They were students. They wanted to learn, but they did not have the capacity to even understand what was going on. It was too damn heavy for them, too big. So they had to mess everything up by starting to practice manhunt, disrupting the flow of knowledge on the continent, the flow of research, and interrupting that knowledge. And now indoctrinating the descendant of those people through Islam, religion, all kind of stuff, secret society, Freemason, Rosicrucian, Rotary. All those names are meant to keep African locked in the box. Like these people, if you give them a chance to do things on their own, they are going to be on the top, the first. Again, so we are being contained and locked into a box because they know our capacity. They know what we can do. They've seen it. They've seen it. Their ancestors seen it. They documented, right? They basically took our knowledge that set the stone for computer science, IFA. And we are learning also, IFA went all the way down to, right, South Africa. They don't just call it IFA, but it's the same family of divination system. They have a divination bowl. They have a divination tray. You want the Iroke? It's right there. You want the Kauri? It's right there. You want the Kanaga? It's right there. You want the design around the divination tray? It's right there. Everything Nabi right there. Ide there. Nade, Ide. Man, I don't know. Whoa. Now, this is a better angle, right? I like this one. So we're going to screenshot this and we're going to bring it to, we're going to take it to the slide, right? So let me center that. Let me place that. And then we're going to snip this, right? We're going to snip this. New. We're going to snip this for continuous improvement and further research, right? So we're going to snip that. Now, and in the future, we're going to need to, to pinpoint and explain, okay, this at the center, the name is this, the name is that, the name is that, and then, yeah, I mean, we have a lot of work. Yeah, that's usually what I do, right? When I connect to TikTok, my phone is here, and I'm just like listening to different channel and working at the same time, making good use of the time. I don't just want to stand there and listen to people not saying anything, not even giving any sources, just talking and talking, rumbling like Malepo and Gina, right? And then not learning anything. There's no source. No, you don't learn anything. It's only about, Bantu did this, Bantu did that. Dinka comes from the sky, Dinka this. But there's no source. I've been asking the brother, right? I've been asking brother, how can you make a big claim like that and not be providing any source? He should be talking about this every day, but with the source that led him to make that conclusion. But how can you just make a claim and then you run away from it? And then when we ask you a question, you're like, go do your own research. What is that? No. That's not the attitude we want to see. You make a claim, we're asking you for the source, you say, go do your own research. Gosh, man. So this is our new bowl, as you can see, right there. And we have the Kanaga. Oh, man, we're going to put the Kanaga right next to it. Right? Oh, we have the arrow, the bridge, right? We have the bridge, we have the flow of the water. It can be in a different direction or, right? Because the Kanaga actually does not show any water flow. We use the Bakongo cosmogram, right, to come up with the flow of the water. So the water can be chosen to be going through the, following the bridge, right? Because if you want to travel, you can also travel by water. You can swim or you can take a boat. That part. We have to look at it on all angle, all possibility. So when there is a bridge, you can take the road, the route of the bridge. You can actually walk through the bridge, right? Or you can go under the bridge by water, by boat, by swimming, right? So, which is much more what I'm seeing in, right, in this depiction here. In this one here, right? We clearly see the water, right? The flow of the water. We have the land, the arrow, the land, and on each side of the land of the road, we have water. Damn, man, this is too deep. Yo, this thing here, this is too deep. This is no joke. You know how the CSF flow, right? The CSF flow around the brain and the spinal cord, right? At the center, we have the spine. And around the spine, we have the CSF flowing. I'm just making analogy, similarity, right? I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping. So I'm not saying that what we have is the CSF depiction, but I'm just bringing what we know of the CSF and how the CSF operates, and just see if, it can be aligned with what we're seeing. That's it. In order to say that this is the CSF, it will require a whole lot of additional information, right? Right, man. This life was good, man. I love it, right? I love it, and I know a lot of people were paying attention more than they were tapping the screen. I know that. People just wanted to listen carefully without making any noise. Like Potolo, today we are not going to tap too much. We want to hear this. 7.8K. No worries, guys. No worries. No worries. No worries. Don't worry about anything. We good. We good. We good. Grand Rising, sister.
Grand Rising Pratolo. Thank you for today. I just wanted to say it's not something's going on with your TikTok. I don't know.
Yes,
Something's
it
yeah,
does.
something because
It
even with the taps, we're in the comments. Some people are seeing 15K, some people are seeing 8K. Look, Noma Santos seeing 18.2K. Everyone's seeing something different. So something is definitely going on with
Yeah.
your TikTok. I don't know.
Yeah,
What
I
it could
noticed
be.
that earlier the screen was flickering and things like that. We are under the radar. Since I've been
Clearly.
posting those videos on the US Army document, weird stuff start happening. So maybe
Okay.
they want me to take those things down, because we also have people commenting, you
Even your
know.
numbers have dropped, Patolo. Oh my God, we was getting like 100, 200, and now look, it's
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
like the main guys that are here.
Oh, I know that. I know that for sure. We are being watched. We are under the radar. That's a fact.
Mm,
You know, we are under the radar, but we're just gonna keep doing what we do, and then once we reach a certain, I think, like I said, we're gonna start doing our stuff on the Telegram, and then we just come up here. If someone has a chance to stumble across our channel, because a lot of people are looking for this type of life, this type of information. So we want to give the opportunity for others. But since TikTok is not, triggering the algorithm to suggest a live, even when I go live, people will follow me, do not see that I'm live. They have to go through the Telegram group and click on the link to see that, hey,
okay.
usually when you follow someone, you should be able to see that that person is live or not, right? But it's not doing that. So, but it
I
is,
think we need
TikTok
to
is
like
doing.
contribute to a fund to support you in getting like the materials that you need so that you could, because what would be good is if you could go live on several channels, not just TikTok. So maybe you could do Telegram, and YouTube and TikTok, but you would need like, I don't know, 3 different devices. So maybe
Yeah.
like, I know you put the stamp there at the top, but maybe just before you put the $ Patolo, just put Cash App so that people know that's what it is, or PayPal so people know what it is.
Yeah,
And
so
we
when
need
I
to
put
start a
Cash
fund.
App or PayPal,
Mm,
it's both Cash App and PayPal. But when I do that, TikTok refused
TikTok
to
don't
post it.
like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
they
Mm,
refuse to post it. Don't So they
okay.
don't post it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
or maybe TikTok wants me to remove that. I'm gonna remove this. Yeah, I'm gonna just remove it. I think TikTok doesn't like
Probably.
it. Yeah, because
Okay,
they are not going to be making money, right? They want to make their own money, and they don't like the Cash App PayPal thing.
yeah, we need a
Yeah.
school fund. I'm gonna post something in the Telegram. We need a school fund. If that's what your PayPal is, and that's what your Cash App is, we'll just put it in the Telegram every now and again so that people are reminded. Because we need a school fund to help spread the message.
Right, right.
We
Yeah,
do.
it's gonna get there, sis. Don't I mean, we
Mm,
are gonna get there, and I'm listening to you guys, follow you. I just think like there's much more prerequisite. This is
yeah,
just the beginning. Yeah, there's much
yeah,
more. There is a certain amount of information I want to go through on TikTok before actually, but anything that comes up, whatever you think is good, do it. Let me know. I don't have any problem anticipating certain things because I
yeah.
like when things are coming naturally. So if something comes up, I'm more than happy, to rock, to do it with you and with others. No problem, no doubt on that.
Okay.
So, yeah, no
Someone
problem.
said which school? Our school. We need our own school. Patolo is head teaching. We need our own school. Our school.
Yeah, no problem. I enjoy doing that. So no problem. And I got the
Okay.
slides, the information in one place already. So, yeah,
Okay. Thank you,
we
Patolo. I'm gonna
eventually
get.
needs to get there. Yeah.
I'm at work. I'm gonna get in trouble by the slave master. See ya.
I know you are the plantation.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to my plantation in a little bit as well. So,
All right.
Nama Santo, sister, you are back. May 50 in the house.
Yeah, yes, Potolo. I just wanted also to say to all of us here, we must also not give TikTok and them too much credit. We must also understand that our ancestors, they know who is ready for this type of information. If you were to check, every time we've got a lot of people, then there's a lot of echo. Like it's like we are going more backwards than going forward. So I'm of the view that in as much as TikTok is maybe the ones that are blocking, but ancestors are allowing because of the level that you are sharing, at the information that you are sharing, it is only a certain people that are able to grasp where you
Mm,
are and what it is that you are sharing. So let's give them credit and understand that they know us better and they know what is needed at any given time.
mm. Thank you, sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes. And then the other thing, Potolo, I've said on the other thing, I've asked that please, the things that you need assistance with, I said on the group that I'm willing to learn how to translate whatever that needs to be translated. The things that you are already doing, I heard that there's a French school for kids or Telegram
Hmm.
thing that you are doing for children. We can do the same thing for we convert it to English and allow the people to start paying it as much as possible, as little as possible, so that you start getting this fund up and running, because we really need this
Yep.
university running as in yesterday.
Yeah. It's definitely coming. We like, okay. The way on the French side, the way we've been doing it, it came naturally, right? Stage and step by step, right? And we were just doing lives like we are doing here. We were not planning at all. It all manifested naturally. And I see that already manifesting here, right? We just imagine if I came on TikTok and I say, guys, let's make a school or university. I just start presenting the material, right? And it comes naturally. And yes, it's coming. And usually I like drafting like a roadmap or an action plan. So I'm gonna be drafting something, right? And then basically to give some idea on the people in the group, what is this about, what are we trying to do, where are we going with this, what is our goal, something like that. One page or one table showing the different modules that we need to go through, and also we need to train people. I cannot be the only one training and doing this. So I need to select maybe 10 people, and work closely with them, right? Share the slide with them and show them basically how to prepare, maybe a lesson or a slide, and things like that. So basically, I need to spend at least time with at least 10 people, which will then, relay to other people, right? And each of them will maybe select 10 people around them, and then it will grow, kind of like that. And so within our group, I will be doing the teaching within our group for everybody, right? And then selecting maybe 10, 15, 20, depending, share the information with. I don't have any problem sharing the slide at all. I mean, it's just too heavy, 1,500 slides. So it's going to be in the Telegram. I can do section, portion by portion. There are information that we don't really need. It's much more related to some other stuff, and things like that. And then for the kids, I have a list of books that we typically started with, right? The classic, one of them is from Kalala Omutunde. May he rest in peace. He has made the journey in the land of the ancestor. And it was complicated, the way he left.
Okay.
But his book are really powerful to edify and to elevate the level of consciousness of the kids. So I'm going to find a list of those books, and we're going to try to find if we have the English version of it, number one. Instead of translating the book, right? Let's look first if we have the English version of this. Because in those books, he is teaching and sharing information about ancient African knowledge. Who made the calendar? Who made even the binocular? Who made the geometry, right? Geometry, mathematics, those Pythagoras tails theorem. No, they were all known in Kemen. To build a pyramid, you need geometry. The pi number, the number pi, the Dogon, the Sirius star system. They need to know that their ancestors were capable of looking through the star, through the sky, without the need of a telescope, right? And things like that. So I will be I'm going to be putting a list of books together, Namasanto, and I'm going to share those books, and you're going to see if we have the English version of it though. So that's usually where we start with the kids. We start reading books with them first, that are basically about ancestral invention. It can be from Kemet, it can be from the heart of Africa. And what we've been unraveling here in Southern Africa is too deep, right? In terms of the Tula constellation system. I did not know about the Tula. I did not even know the ancestor knew about the star system. To know about the star system, you have to be monitoring the star for hundreds of thousands of years in order to map the sky. So we can use this information to show that the so-called 200,000 and hominid Homo sapien that they've been talking about, we're going to be like, what kind of hominid or Homo sapien can look in the star and map the sky, and come up with a calendar? Because we need more than 200,000 years to map the sky and have this knowledge the ancestor had. So then things start not to add up according to the timeline and their version of the story. That's how we're going to debunk them. We have enough information to debunk the so-called Homo sapien hominids thing. We are our ancestor. We are the same. We look the same as our ancestor look like. We just have maybe different ingredient we've been putting in our body, like vaccines, food. It's basically deactivating certain capacity of the brain to do certain things, right? The food that we eat is having an impact. The medicine we're taking is having an impact on how our brain communicate with the cosmos, right? So yes, Norman Santo, I will let you know.
Before we go, Potolo,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Before we go, I need you. You've been butchering this Buddha's name. Hey, now I want to help you because I've been asking him to tell you how to pronounce his name properly. It's not Dashuba. It's Dasbuda. Dasbuda.
Das Buddha. Oh, hold on. Is it in
Yes.
the paper I was reading?
No. That's Dashuba. Dashuba, the guy that is
Oh,
here.
Tashuba.
Our friend.
Oh,
Yes. It's not
damn.
Jashuba. It's Dasbuda.
Oh, Das Buddha.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I think I've been saying
Yes. It's
Dashuba. I've been saying
Dasbuda.
Dashuba.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, Tas Buddha. Tas Buddha.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. He will
Tas
tell you what
Buddha.
it means, but I think his name is Busiso, and if his name is Busiso, Busiso is a gift. So it definitely is a gift to us.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay,
Thank
got
you.
it. Thank you. My apology, Tas Buddha, for the mispronunciation of the
Yes.
name, bro. I know what it means. So my apology, man. So thank you, Noma Santo, for the correction. You know, it's greatly appreciated. I appreciate that. And you know, anytime, any correction is welcome and appreciated. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, man, this divination tray in the Great Zimbabwe, South Africa, right? I mean, with the cowrie shell, right at the center, the mound, you know, the Kanaga symbol of the Dogon, right? We have the Kalunga River, the water, right? The bridge connecting. Oh, bro. Yo, I don't know that's Buddha. That's Buddha. Man, this book here, bro. This book here is I don't know. I am out of word. I am out of word. And I am so excited about this book. And that's not only, I mean, I was skimming through the book yesterday. The amount of information, the knowledge of the constellation, the star system of the ancestor is beyond imagination, right? And this is confirmed by YT, right? Going to South Africa. I think this is a YT preparing his thesis in PhD, right? So for them to say something positive about, you know, a clan or something, you know, you deserved it, right? I'm telling you, right? And it's painful for them sometimes to put these information into thesis, but they know African people don't read a lot, right? When it comes to thesis, and they are hoping that this is just for the purpose of for him getting his PhD, and then he will end there. But they never knew that there are people who are chasing the information out here. We are one of them. We are chasing those informations, right? And we're going to piece them together, right? And basically show the power of the ancestor. Oh, wait. I didn't see this one. Damn. Oh no. No, the east, the west, the Finda, the Itaurun, the north, the south. We have the cosmogram here. We have the cross sign we've been looking for in the circle. Oh, yo, damn. Nah, bro, this is crazy. This is unbelievable. I want to call my boss, man, and tell him that I am sick and I'm going to the emergency room so he can give me the day off, man. Shit. But I have an important meeting today. If it wasn't for that meeting I have today, man, I would have just we would just keep doing what we're doing here, man. I don't want to leave my computer in my chair. This is too damn beautiful, man. Gosh, oh, bro. Oh, man. Look at that. And I knew, and I've been saying this when I was doing live, that whatever you see in the Congo, know that you're going to see them in South Africa. It's the same. But I did not even know that it can be actually deeper than what we see in the Congo. Whoa. because now what I'm seeing, and it is interesting how the spiral, you see the spiral? The spiral here, concentric circle, is on the west. Oyeku, Oyeku, right? Death is life. The death is the beginning of a new life. You see how death translates to a new life? The spiral on the west, the Ita Orun, the Finda, the Kanaga symbol. Man, I wish we could have like a Sangoma. You call it Sangoma? Who knows about these symbols, bro? But we're gonna try to piece this thing down together, right? We're gonna try to break this thing down together and come up with a map. If we can map out and extract, right, the specific symbolism and element here, and basically, showing a better description, right? So these are the kind of activities we're going to be doing in the Telegram, right? We're going to break. There are certain things that I will not be doing live anymore, right? There are certain things I will not be doing live anymore. It's going to be in the Telegram group, right? Or to one-on-one session or something like that. We don't want to give them too much information on TikTok, right? They may use also, it could be that they are trying to figure out certain things and they're using TikTok, the apps, to gather information. I'm telling you, these people are selling these videos. They are using this for the purpose of research, right? So, sometimes when I will get to certain things, I will just be like, guys, let's talk about this in the Telegram. Man, this is unbelievable. Let me click next here if I have another mysterious one that comes out. I like this angle. Oh, look at the bones. Look at the bones. Look like the divination system. This is computer science, man. Oh, the science of the ancestor, bro. Whoa. Now you understand why they had to disrupt the flow of knowledge on the continent. They've been saying that it is evil. We practice witchcraft, magic, and things like that. It's because they cannot keep up with the amount of knowledge. Damn, look at this better angle here. Shiny. Oh, let me get this one. You see why? I don't want to leave this chair, man. Damn. Let me get this one quickly. Noma Santo, thank you so much for pointing out the British Museum, right? And you see how they've been putting our stuff into museum? Where are the stuff of the so-called European? Where are their artifacts? Where are the artifacts of the European themselves? Where are the artifacts of the ancestor of the European, right? If you are European, where are the artifacts of your ancestor being kept at? Where is it located? We also want to see it. Tell us where it is. We're going to go find it. We want to have a glimpse. We want to see what your ancestor done in museum. Where is it? No? Nobody? None of them answer? Okay. That means you know the answer, right? When you hear silence, well, the silence says everything, We get that. You see the Nfinda. Look at the Nfinda. Bring to front. Look at the Nfinda. At the center, you have the Nfinda. Ho, ho, ho. Now, let me backtrack, or let me go forward. Right? Oh, man. So beautiful. So beautiful. Wow. This is where we started. I need to get this one. Oh, man. New. Wow, 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 This is too damn powerful, man. Look at that. Bring to front. Look at the Bakongo cosmogram, yo. Now, we are gonna go in the cosmogram I was building. So we're coming back. I have a better close view on, oh, this one too. This one too is also arranged. Yeah, this one. This one here, we clearly see, you know, the water, the flow, right there, the spine. It shows the direction of the flow, right? Something that travels within the spine or within the body. And we have what this? The Ka symbol. You see the Ka of Kemet? People always want to say that Kemet, everything started in Kemet. No, come on, man. Come on, come on. Look at the Ka. The two arms raised up in the air. You see this in the Congo, in South Africa, in CBD, in East Africa. The Ka comes from the heart of Africa. It's not the other way around. Nope. So let's take it. Yeah, I need to. Let me take this one too. You know when something connects, I don't know how to explain that. You know when you have some type of information, right? And no, let me not say it. Let me not say it here. Okay. So let's go here. You know, we are being watched, right? Earlier, my screen was flickering. People are seeing different type of numbers as the likes. I see 10,000K, right? People, the life is no longer being, shown to even my followers. No problem. Don't promote my life, right? But why are you going to block? Are they going to not make my life visible to my followers? Why? They can say, okay, they are not gonna trigger the algorithm, right? Fine, no problem. But at least let my followers know that I'm live. Not everybody sees it. Some are not seeing it, right? They basically have to rely on the link posted in the Telegram group to see that I'm live, which is not fair, TikTok. It's not fair. It's not fair, but they don't care, you know. But anyway, so now I wanted to go in. This is slide 881, right? And then I wanted to go to a cosmogram that I've been manually building, right? I'm gonna go to that cosmogram. One of them is around here, right? I can move this out of the way. Oh no, it's not even this one. I think I have the wheel. Yeah, this one. This is what I've been building from scratch manually using the information from the Congo cosmogram, Ifa, the 16th sign of Ifa. Like I said, this arrangement of the sign is not definite. It's still a work in progress. So I don't want people to take it and be like, oh, this sign is not being, yeah, I know. These signs have to be moved around, right? They need to be rearranged. This is just to show that this can be divided into 16 quadrants, right? With the 16 sign of Ifa, and also can be mapped out into 16 constellation, not 12 sign of the constellation, not 12 sign of the zodiac, depending on the application, right? So it's not like we are trying to say that the constellation configuration of Africa is 12 sign, or no. It depends on the application. It depends. It can be 12, it can be 13, it can be 14, right? It can be 16. It can be all the way to 30, to 32, to 64, to 256. The power of 2. The power of 2. Simply. Right? So there's no fixed exact constellation configuration number. It depends on the application. So so we got that here. Man, this is so amazing. And I need the one with the 4 cardinal point. 881, 881, and 362. And then I need this one. Copy. 362. And then here. And then paste. Ho ho ho! Yo! Man, if a Yoruba or Zulu people you hear someone on TikTok saying that Zulu and Yoruba are not the same. I know there's a beef on TikTok, on social media about that. Bring him over here. I would just bring him over here and have him on the panel to sit back and relax, and we're gonna break it down for them. And you know, it's just like people don't know. They are so indoctrinated by social media and everything else. The indoctrination is beyond imagination. They don't know. They don't know. You want to see the Yoruba Isheshe, right? The Yoruba Isheshe, right here. Look at that. The Yoruba Isheshe in harmony with the great Zimbabwe divination tray. Look at that. Oh, yo, I'm telling, this is game over, right? Brother, the brother who speak about Sonini Nanini, this is game over, bro. Right? The division that dude is trying to bring within the community is beyond imagination, right? Oh, the Yoruba migrated, and so what? When I look at the Yoruba, I see myself. The same kinky hair, the same skin tone, skin texture, everything. When I see a Dinka, I see myself. When I see a Zulu, Zimbabwe, Soto, I see myself. So where did that come from? The Dinka came from where? He said from the giant, from the Anunnaki, from the star. We are all star being. We are all earthly being. We are all star being. We have melanin. We have stuff that we find in the star within our body. We are everything. We are the universe. What's the point of, oh, I am from this earth, you guys are from the star? Yeah. When I hear some people, you know, the Caribbean, the America, you know what? I'm sick and tired. If someone from the Caribbean or the America identify to be one of us, no problem. You are welcome. We open our arms. But there are some who are calling themselves the Black Indian. Go be Black Indian. Go. No problem. I do not have any problem. I do not oppose it. Be whatever you want to be. Right? You are the original. We may look the same, but we ain't the same. And so what? Go do your own thing. No problem. So go in your own community of Black Indians. Go do your stuff with them over there. And you don't need to bother those who are trying to unite and to move forward into doing things. But every time you're going to see a, you know, like African people having the, you know, a conversation and trying to get together, you're going to see one of them popping and say, you guys don't have water. Africa don't have water. Corn came from the America. I don't pay attention to that anymore. Seriously. And I'm like, and I've been doing so much better. I used to go into those debates all the time. It was a waste of time. I realized that it is a distraction to slow down the community. They want to keep the people busy. They want to keep the people shouting, going at each other, and nothing gets done. They come the next day, they come back. The people I used to debate with, they're still debating on the same topic for 2 years. They are not tired. They come today, they shout, they shout. Next day, they come back. The same thing, they shout, they scream, they yell, they come back the next day. Nobody learns a iota. They are not learning nothing. The same debate, the same train of thought, nothing has changed. I don't want to be part of that. Go do your own thing over there. Be a black Indian. Be it. Good for you. Good for your community. That's it. Right? Those, I know for sure, they are black American who know clearly. They have done their research. And they are facing the truth and they are accepting. They know where they come from. They know they feel they have the connection in them. They have the connection and they want to be connected and they are connecting. Right? They are connecting. They are reconnecting. And that's greatly appreciated. Right? And we are here to open the arm to those who want to reconnect. We are here for it. We are ready to work together as one family. No division, no this and that and this and that. No, we just want to move forward and elevate the level of consciousness of our community. Whether you're Black American or African, does the cop make any difference in the street? Like, where you come from, man? You African? Okay. Where you from, man? I'm from Mississippi. Is the cop gonna ask you if you were born here or if you're a black Indian or not? No, we get same equal treatment. We have the same struggle. We have the same system that we're fighting against. But they've been distracting us to fight amongst ourselves and keep us busy. They've been keeping us going at each other. But instead, we could have been learning and recovering some of the information of the ancestor information. But hey, now, man, I am so happy to have landed in that book from the brother Das Buddha, right? And the amount of information we have extracted here is not going to make certain brother happy. I'm saying this because I've been monitoring the comment section on the video I posted on Bantu. They are not going to like this. I'm telling you. To see the cross within the circle in the Great Zimbabwe, in South Africa. Oh, I'm telling you, the day I'm going to drop a video on this, I know I'm going to take the heat, right? But I'm going to do it anyways, right? Now, so thank you, everybody. Today was an amazing day. Right. Thank you so much to Das Buddha for sharing this wonderful source. The source has been posted in the Telegram group, right? For anybody to download and feel free to read. You know, so the link is in my profile, and you can just get there and request the book. You're gonna find these in the book, right? The star system, the constellation in the book, right? Everything is there. So I was chatting with a brother yesterday, and he told me he was going to come share some information on Ifa with us. So but I haven't seen him. I don't know, brother, if you are in the chat and listening. We were chatting yesterday, and you said you wanted to you watched my videos and you wanted to share some information on Ifa with us. You know, anybody who wants to teach us, share information with us is welcome. All right. And but I haven't seen, maybe he doesn't have enough followers, because he had 273 followers, and I told him that he may not have enough followers, but we're gonna try. But I haven't seen him. No, it's not. No, it's not Ramutev. No, he's a brother from Nigeria. He's from Nigeria. The brother is from Nigeria. He's I think he's initiated into IFA. So he told me that he's into IFA big time. So I was really looking to see him, but I think he doesn't have enough follower or something. Damani said, okay, so I'm gonna download this this morning live video then and post it in a Telegram. Right, I have my hard drive. Man, I'm tired of downloading these videos, man. It takes so much time, bro, to be honest. When I you know, I don't know, but today's live I'm gonna definitely do that. So yeah, so thank you everybody. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow at the same time, 4:30 a.m. Since I don't go live at noon anymore, I'm gonna try to start early in the morning. So I will say 4:30 a.m. right, 4:30 a.m. my time. That will be 9:30 a.m. in Nigeria, or in the UK that would be 8:30. So once you wake up in the morning in the UK, She Matters is going to be holding coffee, or she's going to be making coffee at that time, while yeah. So yeah, 9:30. Okay, awesome. So yeah, since I don't go live, I'm not gonna go live at noon for maybe 2 weeks or 2 weeks and a half. It depends, but I'm gonna yeah, go live sooner, right? 4:30, and possibly making up that time over the weekend, right? Whenever possible, right? So, all right. Thank you. Yep. Cheers. Coffee. Right. Cheers. 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 All right. All right.